is your beef? Why do you have such a problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The madman. The madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize, right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who
the
you
pool house
are.
is torn apart, okay? It's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam, okay? I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment. Welcome.
Whoops, I hit the wrong one. Sorry. It's okay. We'll let it pass. It
was quick.
Yeah. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm reinvigorated. I'm having a good time on YouTube again. Thanks to all my friends here. Remember to smash the like button to help the madness spread. There's a lot of madness on the internet that we cover. We're also going to cover a lot of scoopers, a lot of what other movie pundits say. But here's what I do want to set one ground rule. Let's not get too personal. Let's just not get too personal. Regardless. Oh, there you go, Eddie. There you go, Eddie. And I'll tell
Eddie's
you
out. He's like, no.
I love to be toxic.
Only do personal.
Yeah, I know, but you're just an innocent bystander getting hit by shit on the internet.
Let's bring it, Eddie. Let's bring it.
I don't know what's going on.
Let's fight.
Zod.
Let's do it.
I don't know what the hell's going on with Zod.
Yeah, Eddie.
Here. Brian, master of WB Simps. He's simping for WB. He's fine with it. Okay. Oh, this is why I'm there. I forgot to.
Why? Because I happen to like a television show. I like Titans too. Are you gonna hold that against me?
No, I like Titans. I lost interest. I haven't finished it. I still got to finish it. But we got a lot to talk about today.
This is what's. Let me say this. That's why it's so hard to enjoy DC things. Okay, because you're like, I like this, and then some DC fans like, yeah, that shit sucks.
Well, this is the internet. Everything's horrible or wonderful.
I say that about Titans because I hear that all the time. A lot of DC fans are like, oh, I hate Titans. It's terrible.
Oh,
Trashins. Oh yeah, whatever. It's like, okay.
No,
you really make me want to watch this show now.
It's not perfect. There's problems with it, but I think overall there's a lot of great stuff in there. Yeah, we are live. Mikey haters on the chat. No, I'm not a Mikey hater. You could take. I like Mikey. I like my friend Matt Jarbo as well. I'm only going to comment on him a little bit because I just want to hear his speculation is that it's going to be more status quo with the upper people of WB. And I do have to say, we are going to watch a little bit of Mikey and Sil. I do disagree with them on certain things. I think they were right. I think we have to give props to them. Unless I'm wrong, if you want to correct me, I think they were one of the first ones, besides like just people like me that just give their speculation that says they had a source that Kilar and Sernoff are out. And now Deadline's reporting it. Now everyone says, okay, say Deadline. Now we got to start to pay attention, but it is also, that's a different game. Is this the first of the dominoes to fall? Is there anyone else, or is this it? That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to dissect the Deadline article. And you know what? Should you give credit to Mikey and Sil? Because they were the first ones to say it a lot. I have some friends that said, why are you propping up Mikey and Sil? A broken clock strike is right twice a day. That kind of talk.
No, Mikey's been right about a lot of stuff, okay?
Oh, he has been wrong about stuff too, though.
But he's got more right than wrong.
Well, I will say this. I like them. I have no allegiance to them, and I don't need to talk to Mikey again. I really don't. I wish him the best. I know he has a new comic out, but honestly, at like a month ago, I was trying to get an interview with him. I don't care anymore. Wish him the best. Wish him and Sil the best. Wish the critics of Mikey and Sil the best too. If you catch them slipping, you catch them slipping. That's fair game in the internet. I will be the first to admit if all they are extending them, they are not like making a target for themselves, but they are extending themselves with all these scoops because no one else is covering it like they are right now. So
because that's what their fan base is interested in.
Well,
They want to hear
I'm
DC
interested.
Warner Brothers
Listen,
news.
we are all
I
interested
understand
in
it.
I
Well, yeah,
always-
because they
but
kind of
are
cornered the market.
Okay, so if what happens if Walter Hamada or Toby Emmerich actually gets axed?
I don't think they're going to get fired. I think they're just not going. Okay, here's the thing. They're going to get Kathleen Kennedy. They're going to get Kennedy. They're going to get Kennedy. They're just going to let their contracts expire.
Okay. Well, that's what we're here to talk about today.
Yeah.
We can all give our opinion.
See, that was a very mellow.
Well, but if they're right, are you ready to give them props though?
Well,
or they just
hold on. Before you start the video, we got 20 people watching right now. Let's get this video up to 15 likes. Come on.
Yeah, thank you,
15, 15 likes.
Right. Thank you for
I demand it.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, thank you for the members too. I gotta give props to the members of the channel more. Tomorrow
Friendly
we are
jab.
gonna have
My apologies.
But are you ready? Well, listen, Galaxy. That's your opinion. I'm not censoring your opinion here, but if he's right, are you ready to say? Are you still going to say this?
Sure. Okay. You know, a
that's
broken
what I'm saying.
clock is right twice a day.
Oh, you're saying it. You're saying it.
I'm kidding. God damn it. See,
listen,
the smile. I'm not wearing a mask anymore. I will say this. No matter what scooper you listen to, they can't stand each other. So is he wrong more than other scoopers? No. Is he right more than other scoopers? I think in a few cases he was. In a few cases he was.
He is.
So in my opinion, but they are extending themselves with these scoops about the future of Warner after the merger. So they are extending themselves. But do you for this specific Ann Sarnoff and Kilar, do you believe it was they were one of the first ones to say that they were going to go? Or do you think that's just an easy guess? That's no censorship.
Well, see, a lot of people, Max, had been saying, "Oh, well, you know, just because there's a merger doesn't mean they're going to get rid of a lot of executives."
This one makes no sense. This could be it, though.
But here's the thing, though. These are not the most high profile. If you get rid of, you can get rid of Ann Sarnoff. I think that this is just the beginning of the domino effect.
It could be that's
You're going to get rid of Kilar, and now there's going to be more.
And here's another scenario. Mikey could have had a legit source that said they were potentially going to, not extend Walter Hamada's contract. Okay, but I think that could change because Walter Hamada, the Peacemaker, we have news that the Peacemaker is one of the best, whether you like it or not. You can't deny its success. It's one of the best shows.
Sure you can. They denied Snyder Cut's success. They denied the hell out of that. You can deny success.
Well, if you're going to be fair, though,
you can say anything is a success on streaming if you don't show the numbers.
Well, they're showing the numbers, though, Zod.
Yeah. Why are they showing the numbers though? They're showing the numbers because they want to make it seem like it's more popular than it is. They can make the numbers whatever they want.
I have to listen. Don't underestimate. Here's my other rules. Don't underestimate or overestimate numbers.
Listen, they said Wonder Woman. They said Wonder Woman 84 was one of their biggest successes of all time.
You kind of could get can you read the rim of the internet?
WB lies.
Well,
that's what they do.
You could kind of read the room of the internet. You could kind of feel that people are liking Peacemaker, regardless if you like it or not, Zod.
My thing is, it doesn't matter. Like
I explained to him why I liked it.
You could like it, you could love it or hate it. That's not the issue. My issue is that I'm not saying that Peacemaker's not a success. I'm just saying that WB lies, and they have a history of lying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything about the quality of Peacemaker or the popularity of it.
I don't know where the numbers are coming from. I just have an article from Slash Film. Maybe we could bring that up first before we get to the Mikey and Sil video. Let's bring that. Hey, Lewis.
Hey, Lewis. What up, dude?
Yeah. Hey,
H Parts. What's going on, man?
All right. So let's get our look at this first. Of course, they're going to reach out to they want to look strong going into the merger. I will say a definitive moment is going to be the Batman numbers, the Batman when it comes out, because that's close to merger, and that's a theater release. So it's also a canary in the coal mine again for the theater, because since Spider-Man No Way Home, there hasn't been a movie that's popped really since then.
Well, dude, a lot of states are loosening the belt.
God damn it, Kelly. You haven't shut up all night.
My state just loosened up the mask mandate, so like,
okay.
I bet you people will be flocking to the theaters to go see this one.
All right. Well, Peacemaker finale set a new record for HBO Max. Now, again, like it's fine. It's Zod's opinion if this is accurate or not, but this is what they're reporting. I'm not going to go and say where's this numbers from. I don't care. You can do that if you want. Peacemaker has concluded its first season in style as the #1 HBO Max series in terms of single-day viewership. The series created by James Gunn has continued to build up its audience from week to week since its debut on January 13th, 2022. Well, that's the game, though. That's the game. That is what Boba Fett did, too. Yeah.
No, that's funny. But
cool. That's the game of streaming. You put your that also helps with your investors and stuff, because something that they look at is the debut series, the first episode compared to the finale. So you put all your cameos and shit in the finale, so your numbers look great. And that's just the game that you play. But it's working. And yeah, any show that has a better finale than a debut is something you should look at.
Well, to be fair, this includes hate watches, guys.
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely. Geralt, Mercury, and the rest of those, good pals of ours are definitely watching it.
Oh yeah, the good fellas on Twitter are definitely watching. Yeah.
Well, this is significant. This is significant, and it was up a full 44% from the series premiere.
Yeah, now, because everybody knows that the Justice League makes a cameo.
Oh,
appearance.
Spoiler warning.
Peacemaker was a good show.
Yeah,
I would have been fine without the cameo.
Here's the thing, though. But are you gonna tell me that if not for that cameo, that the viewership would be as high as it is? Come on, man. That's what they're saying. That's why I laughed. Viewership. I'm laughing too. I'm with you, man. I'm laughing.
Did you watch the last episode? And that's all you watched,
I watched the last episode. That's the only episode I watched.
Example. He is the target audience.
Exposed Zod. That's the only episode you watched.
That's the last. That's
at least he made the attempt to watch the last episode. Unlike
I did. I watched the whole last episode.
Yes, the whole series. It's a great show, and I definitely think the last episode really was a culmination of everything. It was actually really good. I enjoyed it.
But the thing is, guys, though, I didn't like the last episode, so I'm not gonna go back and watch the whole series because I didn't like it. But I'm saying that
my good time, come at me, bro.
I'm just saying that
Hey, Protoss X, you know what? That's the game. They did. If you watch and you really hate it, that's your fault.
Hating something or loving something doesn't matter. It's still going to get numbers.
Well,
that's what the point is. Interaction. It's just like on YouTube. Even your haters, if they're watching you, they're giving you the views. It has nothing to do with loving or hating. It's engagement.
Well, it regardless, it worked. And that's a big percentage upward tick from the debut. It is.
Yes.
So that could be various reasons. That could be like Zod. I'm sure that helped to have a cameo at the end. It also
Galaxy, tell me what conspiracy theory you're talking about now. I'm not talking about any conspiracy theories. I legitimately watched that, and I agree with Brian and Max about the numbers. I'm not saying anything. What do you mean conspiracy theory?
I think he's commenting on your comment, Zod, about how it only is up because of the cameo. Only. I think that's a stretch. I think it helped. I don't necessarily agree with you that it was the only thing.
But come on, even people that hate Peacemaker and hate James Gunn are watching this because of the Justice League cameo. That's going to get you a lot of people. It's just like all the people that hate Zack Snyder and hate the Justice League, hated his version of Justice League or whatever. They still watched it. They still contributed to the numbers.
Well, we got to get from Eddie and Jimbo on this. What do you think? What's your opinion? Was it just the cameo, or is it multiple factors? I think it's multiple factors, Eddie.
When it comes to like the viewership of the
finale was up 44% from its premiere.
It's expected though, because obviously the season finale and the show gets more views than like it's always the premiere and then the season finale gets the most views, but. I think people were interested in the story, and did the cameo help? Yeah, of course it did. Because lots of people obviously just watched the episode to see what was going to happen with the Justice League, even though it was a small cameo. But no, it definitely helped. Yes, no, Peacemaker is a good show though. Lots of people do enjoy it. The general audiences do like the show, so there is a consistency when it comes to watching it, weekly, all that stuff. But I think that the cameo definitely helped boost the numbers. And obviously, like I said before, these dumbasses constantly trashing it helps with social media engagements too. So it's it's a win-win for us.
They're doing the Streisand effect, complaining about it.
If you don't like something, and I've said this before, if you don't like something, if you keep talking about it and you really don't like it, all you're doing is helping it because you're creating more engagement, positive or negative.
Honestly, there's some people that might have checked it out just because they can't stand the Snyder people on the internet. Like, I'm going to check this out. They're complaining about it.
Yeah.
Honestly, it might.
If they hate it, it must be good.
No, yeah. Jimbo, what's your take on these numbers? Up 44%. Is it just because the cameo, or
I think it has something to do with that as well. Because obviously, like people like Zod watched the final episode to see it kind of like that, but they didn't watch any other stuff. But I think it had to do a lot with people, like, of course, the premiere is everyone's like kind of like holding off on it to see what other people is, but then the engagement on social media talking about how it was really good and how people liked it. So of course people are gonna start catching on it slowly and rewatch the first episode and continue on. And so probably people started off watching it maybe on like the second to last episode and then watch the whole series up until that point. So it's like by the end of the series, so many people have caught on to this show from the premiere because they heard so many good things about it. So I'm not really surprised that the numbers really got up. And I think also that cameo at the end, even if people haven't seen it, they're just going back and watching it all just to see that and see what the show's all about, because people
There's
are
another
like,
one. Belle said she did the same thing. I haven't watched the episode, but I just watched the cameo.
She did watch the first episode, but she watched the cameo.
Belle is DC royalty, so she did the right thing by watching the cameo. You didn't miss anything, Belle, by not watching the episode.
92 says, I really enjoyed the show. I can't believe. Hey, I like the show, but you know how I feel about the cameo.
Can I just say
Ungrateful League.
Unite. Ungrateful League.
Right. Oh gosh.
No. Here's where I disagree with, and I'll admit if I'm wrong with my
Dollar Store Justice League. No.
Yeah, exactly. Dollar Store Justice League. That's what it. I mean, I don't have the right to compare Justice League since the last time we saw it to the new one. If
Come
you're
on,
not
give it a little
if
credit.
You're gonna,
like Dollar General, maybe.
If you're not
like,
gonna, if you're not,
a little more class.
No, Dollar Store.
Damn, dude, that's hard.
No,
you at least had half the Justice League there.
It's very accurate to compare Justice Leagues to each other since the last time you saw them. Even if Zach's not involved, I'm not comparing the whole context of the movie to a cameo, but I'm saying that the presence they have, it's just not there. It
was a cameo. It was done for laughs. It was meant to be funny, and it succeeded. It was funny. Okay, but
in canon, all four of them appeared, and obviously Ezra Miller and Jason Momoa did reprise the roles. That's the cool aspect of it too. It's just not, it means more that they actually showed up. Well, yes, it could be everyone.
Well, here's my speculation. I don't think since the Peacemaker's doing good, and depending on what happens with the Batman, I don't necessarily, and Aquaman's done filming, Shazam 2 is. The Flash is getting there. I think Hamada could get an extension.
I doubt it.
It's possible.
I don't think he's getting fired. I think
I
think he does have some accolades behind his belt.
But I do think Toby Emmerich might have. I think, why do you hold on to this dude? He's
the
been
only thing you'd be rooting against Batman to not make a bunch of money.
No, I'm not rooting. I'm not rooting.
No, I'm just saying, like.
So I don't necessarily think
if Batman's good, Hamada ain't going nowhere, brother.
I think Hamada is out regardless of how much money Batman makes.
I don't know, man.
But I do think there's a possibility of Zack Snyder coming back in the future as well, if it works out.
I
don't know how that's going to work. I don't know how
if they have a different executives there. Of course, he'll be.
I just don't know how that's going to work with Hamada and Fisher. Maybe you know,
he's not coming back.
Wouldn't that be one of the reasons why
everything over? Maybe
isn't that be one of the? But wouldn't that be one of the reasons why doesn't Zaslav want to work with Ray Fisher again? I thought
he did not necessarily, but he did say he wants to reach out to talent, and I don't remember his exact context of his.
He's looking to repair relationships with existing
that should be taken seriously. That is something across the board besides DC that WB needs to repair relationships.
Yeah, it's not just with Ray Fisher; it's with a lot of people.
With Christopher Nolan. It's also with
I don't know, dude. You're gonna have to pry him out of Netflix.
Even with Patty Jenkins, but I don't even know if you want to repair it with Patty Jenkins. I'm sorry. So I mean, I don't think she's garbage or anything, but that was just the oof. Wonder Woman 84.
Hamada can't really make a case for Joker though, because the problem, Eddie, is that Hamada, because they didn't really have any faith in Joker. They farmed out Joker because they didn't have faith in it.
It doesn't matter.
The success is still there. And he still was in charge of it.
I agree with you, Zod. But the industry says who was in charge when it made the money. That's all that matters.
And the first movie
they're not going to say, "Oh, well, did you want to do it?" They're going to say, "Did it happen when you were?"
No. But what I'm saying is the money that was made. The money that was made was not WB. WB had to farmed it out because they didn't have faith in it, so they didn't make all that money. That's all I'm saying.
Even with that, the first movie that he was in charge of, once he was brought in, was Aquaman. The first DCU movie to make $1 billion, and it got praised.
If he gets Joaquin and them to do number 2, if he gets that happening behind the scenes, if that's true. That's gonna be a pause for him as well.
The Batman's gonna make a. It's gonna make bank.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Well, I just dropped the trailer at the All-Star game, bro.
Well, I'll tell you this. If they could sell tickets the way Little Caesars is selling those Batman calzones, they'll be in good shape.
I mean, they got China behind them now too, so that's definitely they're good. They're good. They got other cards.
Oh, China's getting the calzones too.
No, they're getting the movie. I mean, they're probably gonna too. Who knows? But no, the HBO Max factor doesn't even matter anymore, in my opinion, to be honest.
Okay.
Well, Protoss says Christopher Nolan does not want to work with Grandpa Zaslav from Discovery. Where do you get that info at Protoss 6? That's intriguing. Why do you think
Netflix is giving him a shit ton of money to go work over there?
Okay. Well, we'll see. I also heard he was talking with Steven Spielberg. I don't know what that's going to do, but he's talked with everybody.
Steven Spielberg.
That Black Hawk shit he's still doing.
What?
I'm with you. Really? That's what
it's called. That Black Hawk DC movie he's doing. That's been.
That's right.
Is he doing that? Is he still doing that?
No, yeah. They said they still have the script.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Oh my. The only reason why they're not.
I wonder if he'll put any elements from West Side Story in it. That ought to be good.
I think the only reason why they won't cancel it because obviously it's Steven Spielberg.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's check out Mikey and Sil. Not the whole video, just a little bit. I think this is a good moment where they're talking about what they think's next going to happen.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Because once people heard the question, saying that.
Panic is going to sink, and it's 41 passengers going to go down with it.
Oh, wait.
Bloodbath. I mean, that's been
all. You slow it down. I can't understand, Mikey.
Holy shit. I thought it was, I'm like, whoa.
Again, what was that? Low hanging fruit. That's an easy. He was easy. So we knew he was fired last May. You know, he's a dead man walking. He's been saying that pretty much the whole time. So with everyone else, like, just like overall, if Kilar was the only one to go and no one else, I can see people saying like, well, the status quo. But with Sarnoff, that was the magic name I was waiting for.
Yeah.
Okay, do you think Sarnoff is significant before we get better? Do you think it's just, well, she's pretty redundant? Honestly,
she's significant because remember, she was the one that came out right before the Snyder Cut was released and said that we have no plans to develop the Ayer Cut. We have and Snyder's done after his trilogy. This is real.
She's
significant.
the chairman.
Her being gone. Yes.
Okay.
This is
okay.
Big.
Well, I think it's also funny that there was a scene that linked from the Ayer Cut this week when this stuff is coming out.
Yeah.
Again, there you go. The connecting
there is an actual
connecting the dots. Yes, Galaxy. This is me and my conspiracy theories.
Well, it is akin to going down a rabbit hole.
Pipe and smoke it, dude.
No. Be nice to Roosevelt. Be nice. He sent us some Zack Snyder comics to give for giveaways. Odd. He's a good dude. He just likes to be critical. That's all. But I agree with him. I can
be critical too.
We know.
Yeah,
we know this.
Violence. Arguments.
Let's go. Okay, so so they say registered little impact as chairman. That's what I was going to say. So everyone says, well, what does Sarnoff say? She said, Ayer Cut's not going to happen. Now that she's gone, do you still 100% go to her word when she's not there anymore?
No, this is why that Ayer Cut clip came out.
Okay, well, I mean, I want to get to Brian and the rest too. We got to get lots of different opinions on MME. So, Brian, do you still stand 100% by the words that Sarnoff said if she's not even going to be in the picture anymore?
Well, I think as far as plans stand now, yes, I think what she says is kind of what's going to happen. But is that affected by her leaving? Or are the people that are underneath her still going to have their jobs?
No, as far as I know, and what they were saying, all the people under Kilar and Sernoff are pretty much redundant, and they're pretty much going to be out with the merger going through.
Well, I'm just saying, like department heads, they're not going to get rid of every mother effer that works there. You know what I mean?
Well, for the ones that work for the AT&T angle, the one that did what was it called? But when they was what was it called when AT&T
the other merger,
Warner,
Time Warner AT&T merger or whatever.
The people that were hired from the last merger that were pushing the HBO Max day and date, a lot of those people are gone pretty much. And this is Deadline. This isn't just Mikey and Sil.
No, I got you, man. I know
the OGs. The OGs from Warner Brothers is a different story, like the Hamadas, the Emmerichs, and the people working on it.
You got to remember, Hamada hasn't really been there all that
Hamada's
long.
Not really
so if Hamada gets gone, if Hamada's, that's why I say I don't think Hamada really, he's really going to be a factor one way or the other. That's why I say he's probably expendable too, because he hasn't been there that long.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you think, Eddie? Do you think Ann Sarnoff is significant, or just a redundancy just was going to happen regardless? What's your opinion there?
I'll be honest. I was talking shit with someone on Twitter, so I wasn't really paying attention.
What a surprise! Eddie's talking shit on Twitter.
Well, can you give me the general basis of what you said, in a quick way, I guess, please?
Do you think the Ann Sarnoff that there were reports that she is going to be out of her job? Is that significant, or is it just, she's with the AT&T angle, not the Warner Brothers, and someone else it's going to be a redundant job when Zaslav brings his Discovery people in?
Yeah, I'm not sure when it comes to that position, to be honest. She's getting the boo, I guess, but I don't know when it comes to her job and everyone else that was behind her and shit when it comes to that division, but I still think, even despite that, if she can leave and all that stuff, and even probably Hamada himself and shit, they'll probably still say the same. I'm really not sure when it comes to the future of what they're going to do.
There's a question for you, Eddie.
Eddie, how are you not tired of arguing with people on Twitter? Oh, because I pick and choose if it's worth it or not. Like
it's never boring. Yeah, it's never boring fighting with people.
I mean, it's not. No, it's not boring.
Keep doing it, Eddie. Keep doing what you do, Eddie. Go at him.
No, it's fun. Twitter's a fun place to be on to talk shit or not just to chat.
I don't always talk shit, but when I do, it's on Twitter.
Goldman, I completely disagree with it. Not better than Feige. Come on. He doesn't. Who agrees with this? Better than.
I'll say this.
That's a take.
I'll say this. I don't think Hamad really is. I think Hamad just look. I'll say this to be honest. I think Hamad is there to be there. I don't really think he's just doing anything. I think the only thing.
I think what you really guys need to get rid of is Jeff Johns, and then you guys will probably be happy. But until that happens, until you get rid of that ego, when
it comes to DC films and stuff like that, yeah, him being involved. But when it comes to comics, I get it what he's done. But he's a master at telling stories.
Is he though?
Not good at film because I mean, dude, look at 2017.
His movies aren't that good.
Yeah, but with comics, I'm talking about straight comic. Him writing comics, all that stuff. Obviously, they can't get rid of that talent. They can't.
Well,
it's textual.
I'm sure there was probably some better selling runs than what Jeff Johns had to bring to the table.
Well, Jeff Johns is limited. He's doing his certain projects, but he's not like he used to be. So. I think
is he jerking himself off working on another Watchmen sequel? Is that what he's doing?
What?
Because I really want to know, is Jeff Johns working on another Watchmen sequel? He had so much fun jerking himself off last time.
What the hell are you talking about, Zod? People like that. I heard people like Zod writers commentary does not necessarily represent MME, even though he's a team member.
You're talking about that? You talking about that HBO Watchmen?
No. I'm talking about Jeff Johns.
He wrote a sequel
Watchmen sequel that he wrote. What was it called? I can't even remember what it was called. Watchmen. I don't know.
But But Protoss, they basically executed a script that was already worked on years ago when they did that. It wasn't like
that was bad anyway.
It's not like they went to Jeff. It's not like they went to Jeff after the Ray Fisher controversy. That script was done before Ray Fisher was speaking out. So
that Wonder Woman 84 wasn't no prize. So I mean,
Jeff Johns did work on the first one too, which everyone loved. But I'm saying, like, when it comes to comics, obviously he still has a job.
Jeff Johns is the ultimate masturbator when it comes to comics.
This man is finding ways.
This is a dude that loves the smell of his own farts on a level for real.
Lots of people respect Jeff Johns' writing. They like his comic book writing.
I used to like some of his comics too, till he started thinking he was better than everybody else.
Man.
Hey guys, have you seen these Star Trek shoes? They're epic, dude.
Epic.
All right,
are you getting a pair, Brian, of the Star Trek shoes?
I have to wait a little bit. They kind of look like Converse a little bit.
Well, that's okay. Jimbo, what's your thoughts on Sernoff? Is this significant, or it was bound to happen?
I'm honestly not surprised, but I would say it's decent. She's the chairman of WarnerMedia, so obviously it's a higher up position. Mm-hmm. But with what she said about the Snyderverse and stuff like that, as of right now, and for probably until even after the merger, that stuff will still probably stand. Considering that right now they don't plan on doing any of that stuff because they are in the midst of reworking the DCEU. So I think that stuff's gonna stand. And then when the merger happens, I think Discovery is gonna be working to figure out what the hell is going on and what they kind of did, because we just have to wait to see the Flash and stuff and see how much of a dumpster fire that they're creating. But I'm excited for the Flash, see what's going to happen here.
Well, I think a lot of the Batman, I think a lot of decisions are going to be made on that. I think even if Mikey and Sil have a source, things could change based on when the Batman comes out, and if it does really good.
That's just one singular thing. But
it's also the piece. It's also the success of Peacemaker, though.
But
one after
Peacemaker
another.
is going to have more impact, and same with the Flash.
No, but that's together.
That's the bigger picture.
Yeah, but you have Jimbo. the reason it's important now is because the merger is going to happen in a month or so. So what's the release? You just got a lot of props for the Peacemaker finale. Numbers are up from the premiere, and then Batman gets really good box office records. That's going to be a 1-2 punch that I'm just going to say, you know what? It's more likely that Hamada might get an extension.
And I think that wouldn't be surprising, but I'm just saying, like,
but they love to look at box office opening weekend. Lots of decisions are made.
Well, a lot of people do. That's a huge thing.
Yeah, so
these are current projects going on right now, but if I were them and I was Discovery, I would focus on like, yeah, okay, numbers are good right now, but with all the other projects that are going on past this, how are the numbers going to be? I mean, The Flash is going to be another one. Now they got Batgirl as well for HBO Max. Like, there's a lot of other stuff that's coming out too that might get the same numbers or less. I know right now these are like the bigger projects that everyone's talking about, but in a month or so, you know, Peacemaker is kind of gonna go down the drain, I would expect, because there's other stuff coming out, and people are still gonna talk about that and be excited for season 2. But when that comes out, that's gonna probably be, I guess, big, just based off the hype of this first season and how everyone liked it. But there's a lot of stuff going forward that might change things and change their perspective. So this is like right now, but in the future, things will change.
It's fluid. I'm not gonna lie, Hamada does have some wins. He has some losses too, but he has some wins. More recently, the wins are happening, which is in his benefit. So I honestly think Hamada is the harder person to get rid of than Emmerich, because Emmerich is in charge of Warner Brothers as a whole, and there's a lot more losses on a whole for Warner Brothers than just DC. If you look at DC, it's spotty. There's hits and misses.
I mean, even with
Warner Brothers as a whole, with Matrix, with the day and date, even though Kilar's taken the blame for that, people said that it was Emmerich's idea, that just Kilar's taking the brunt of the force, and all these properties that the spinoffs haven't happened for HBO Max. So I honestly think they should consider getting Emmerich out ahead of Hamada.
Well, I thought they were like Hamada, or not Hamada, but Emmerich was going around looking for a job or something.
Right, he was. That's accurate. He did float his resume.
Netflix, right. He was trying to get hooked up on Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I mean, that's my speculation. I think Emmerich has a higher chance of being replaced than Hamada.
I doubt Hamada's going anywhere, dude.
Besides of his success, his connection to James Wan, and James Wan is important.
Well, not only
James Wan, he did the Fast and Furious that brought box office records, and he did The Conjuring, and he did Aquaman.
Also, so he did Insidious. He started that as well.
His connection to James Wan and how important it is to keep James Wan, because if you want to make blockbuster movies, you keep
with
James
all the horror
Wan
stuff.
Stable.
Malignant was also very good as well.
In the horror genre is very profitable because low cost of entry for production. But
those movies have been successful under James Wan too.
I honestly think that's a strong angle. Also for diversity.
I mean, the thing about it too, even with the misses under Hamada, it's definitely a different shift than what it was back then, when everything was a trash fire. Everyone didn't know what to do. People were all over the place. With Zach was.
Nothing's set in stone though, because look how many times they replaced the DC president before, and now they're going to just stick with them all the time. That's kind of different.
I think no, because nobody was really getting recognition back then. Not Zack Snyder, definitely not him or anyone else. But Hamada, yes.
The people that came before Hamada, they were replaced quick. Yeah.
Oh, because Kevin Tsujihara was doing some shady shit.
And the guy before it, but I don't know why. I don't know why people are saying like it's never going to happen. Like, I think there's a chance. Yeah.
No, it could happen, but the thing about it too is like there's complications. Like, if anything, he could get fired, and Dave Zaslav will be like, "Damn, this drama is probably not good for business. I probably should just skip over the Snyder, business in the first place, and just let them stay in that direction." Even when they do, stayed, you know, the Snyderverse, all that stuff. DC already has a slate for 2022 to 2023. So obviously those movies are going to be years away anyway.
Rational Skeptic, thanks for joining us, brother. I will look into that. I haven't heard anything about that. I will check out that rumor because I love rumors. Sam Register, president of DC Animation.
I heard about that, but look, I do praise the people from DC Animation because a lot of people have been saying get these guys to do the live action movies. I don't know if that is a possibility because it's as animation you can do way more stuff than you can do with live action. Obviously, you can be more creative. But look, if it's an option, I have to see how it is. I guess like at least one movie where someone from that side is in charge. I guess.
Did you guys hear Kathleen Kennedy's getting fired?
Oh, shut up, Brian.
Oh, the Doomcock
Go check out my video. No, Mad Max. It's Mad Max. No, listen, I created Doomcock. I was the first one to say Kathleen Kennedy fired on YouTube. I was. For better for worse. And I was wrong. I was wrong. And it was and I had a source, and it was my own madness. My source was my own madness. I said that in the video. I'm like, I have a source. It's me. I knew this bullshit game that Mike Zero was doing. I said, I'm my own source. I think she's gone.
Isn't Kathleen Kennedy the equivalent of Ann Sarnoff?
No.
Basically.
No. Ann Sarnoff.
Or Walter Hamada.
It's Hamada for me. Hamada and Kathleen Kennedy are equivalent to each other. Well, I can tell how people interpret that.
All right. So shall we have a gentleman's bet?
Oh, I'm sorry. Do I have to follow you or something? Follow me at Mad Max Movies 1.
Yes, dude, Patrick. It is Patrick Stewart on there, but it's not Doc. It's not at Professor X, y'all.
It is Patrick Stewart.
It's Captain Picard, bro. Okay, we're gonna get our Marvel Star Trek crossover, y'all.
No, it's Andy Signor. It's Andy Signor.
God.
Oh, get that out of here. What are you doing?
All right, let's see what else.
Come on.
Let's watch a little bit more Mikey to see what they say.
Come on. No,
all right. Once people heard the question, now you're saying Emmerich and Hamada. Now you can go down that chain.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that.
Only the beginning, y'all.
Only the beginning.
Your insider is saying other trades had this information about Sernoff.
Another trade did, so it could be either Variety or THR. Pick your poison.
I'm gonna say the rep, right? I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say that, right? Because they stopped. You're stopped so short to say Sernoff.
Yeah.
You know, they could have right there. That would have been a big bomb for them. And they said, I want access, and so they didn't say Sernoff.
Well, it's interesting that this falls in the order where I said Kilar, Sarnoff, and the others. These two were the first to go. It's exactly what I've been told the past few months. Yep. And sure enough, it's happening. We'll do an article on this for tomorrow. Sarnoff is one of the biggest reasons why that company's in bad shape right now. Kilar had that stupid day and date thing, which actually came from Emmerich.
No, I will call a little BS here on Snyder fans because everyone was saying Kilar is our savior. Kilar helped the Snyder Cut even come out.
Kilar screwed the Snyder fans a long time ago, though, Max. Don't forget that. Kilar screwed us. Kilar went and after the Snyder Cut. Yes, because after the Snyder Cut came out, he blocked so many people that were talking about the Snyderverse afterwards. It
was literally meant to launch HBO Max. I don't think it was probably not meant to be anything.
That's all he was trying to do. That's all he cared about.
And he played it smart.
He cared about launching HBO Max.
He used the movement. Exactly. He used the movement to launch at HBO Max.
I don't care if he used it. We got it. I don't care. We got it.
But that's it. That's all it was. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, that was the whole movement. It was the release of the Snyder Cut, and then you got the Snyder Cut.
You got used. What's that?
Used like an old.
Listen.
Dirty.
The whole thing was to get the Snyder Cut. We got the Snyder Cut to launch HBO Max. He did the job.
We don't know if he still tried to have it continue and they just got shut down. We don't know that. We don't know.
He blocked people, man. He was blocking.
I'm not going to condemn
people in the movement left and right.
Yeah, I'm not going to condemn people that work in the industry for blocking fans. I'm just not, because they can be annoying.
No, but these were people that never mind. Never mind.
No, I get it. I get it. That's like okay, yeah, I get that. All right.
Popcorn.
He'll take the fall for that as well. But what I was told today, still, is that a lot of the man already has replacements in mind for Sernoff, that he's going to be doing some interviews if he hasn't already. So, hasta la vista, baby.
I'm just saying, like, deadline, people got to put it in perspective. When it hit deadline, when the rap, and again, I'm going to say, I don't want to put this on Mikey saying that. I'm saying the rap had an article saying, Kilar's team was out, and they stopped just short to say Ann Sarnoff. And I'm going to say they had intel. They had intel that Sernoff was done, and they couldn't. They chose not to run it. Deadline did. This is only the beginning of this takeover, y'all. It's only the beginning.
Yeah, I think it's because the rap cares about access to Deadline. When we look at
if they're right, I'll give them props. I kind of think this could be potentially it. That doesn't mean the Snyderverse won't continue. It doesn't mean Zaslav won't do this. Honestly, if you have Peacemaker, you have James. Imagine why do you have to choose? I would have James Gunn and Zack Snyder on my HBO Max. I would do that.
Oh yeah, I would too. The thing about it is, I don't think no one's really complaining about what they're saying. Like, obviously, it's speculation. It's just the way it sounds is like as if it's a fact. Like, no, it's not a fact.
There's a difference there, Eddie. I know that's a lot of the criticism. But it's confidence. They're not saying fact.
I get it. It's confidence, but you can't build up too much confidence just to get let down if that does happen.
If it fails and they're wrong, then that's going to hurt their credibility. It's as easy as that. They say, I've talked to Sil and I've talked to Mikey about. I said, "Are you confident?" They're like,
there's
we're
a thing.
Confident in our sources.
I know there is a thing about doubling down too. Like, yes, if you were wrong, you'd be like, "Well, I was just reading something. It's not my fault." Stuff like that.
Listen. I'm not going to condemn them. I'm like, if I'm not going to trust them as much if they're wrong. They're putting their credibility out there on this one. They're extending themselves.
I'll just say this when it comes to that. Everyone here wants this shit to happen. Obviously, it doesn't happen.
Here's the thing. It's still they still could be replaced, and the Snyder cut still might not happen.
Yeah, because I'm saying there's lots of stuff when it comes to like the complications of even giving him into other team movies.
I'm not giving them a pass, RJ. I'm saying they're no better or no worse. Maybe in my eyes, slightly better than other scoopers based on his track record. But they are overextending themselves on this one. So if they're wrong, I'm going to talk about it. I'm not going to show for them when they're wrong. I'm just like, they might have a source. It didn't come true. Things can change.
They could just, if anything, they could just replace. Even if they do get replaced, what if the same people are basically having the same mindset as them already? So it's like,
you don't know, even if they are replaced, you don't know what's going to happen. Still, it still doesn't mean,
like a new Discovery guy. Oh, you're from Discovery. How do you feel about the Snyderverse? Oh, I don't want that shit either. So it's like, damn.
Well, the fact of the matter is that Mikey and Sil, at one point in time were friends of the channel.
Yeah.
So that's why they get the benefit of the doubt. So, I mean, I would say kind of chill out a little bit, but like, it's okay.
Yeah, it's not going to hurt my feelings, but I mean, listen,
long time ago, I was on Sil's channel once.
Yeah. People
me too.
If you don't trust them, you don't trust them. They've been wrong on a few things. I'll admit that. I can't get the specifics, but it doesn't matter. Let me look at Twitter.
Yeah, check out Gal Godot's Twitter.
Oh, really? Let me see.
Wow, Gal.
Oh, hold on.
Man, she looks like she's ready to be Wonder Woman again. Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
Look at that tweet.
Wait, let me see.
Yeah, like I said,
6 hours ago.
Sad.
Speculation is going to be in the Flash. The gods.
That was from the first Wonder Woman, though.
Yeah.
Hold on. Well, she means she's ready. That's all.
No, I get it too.
Here we go.
They're saying Wonder Woman's going to be in a movie.
Yeah.
But not a Wonder Woman movie.
Yeah. Shazam Fury of the Gods or the Flash.
What's all that fight? What is that from? Is that from a previous movie?
The first Wonder Woman.
There's fire. I don't know.
Yeah. We saw what she said though. So much drama. Did you see that?
Now I'm just looking at. I gotta get off. I gotta get off Twitter.
Whoa, Max. Whoa.
Hello. Zoom into that one over there.
I gotta get off Cal's Twitter. That's fine.
That came off as creepy. My bad.
Listen, people tell me to go to Gal's Twitter. I'm sorry. All right, let's listen to Mikey and Sil. Oh shit! I forgot to share the audio.
Protoss X gets
Darn it. Hold on.
Too bad you can't share more than one link. That's kind of lame.
Hey, Nicotina.
What's up?
Hello.
We're talking about
what is happening, man.
We're talking about Ann
everybody.
Sarnoff
Hi.
and Jason Kilar and how Geekosity was right.
Everybody was right about that.
Oh,
everybody knew that. Everyone's been talking about that for fucking ever. Even the Hollywood.
That is kind of common knowledge, but either way. All right.
Hey, if they're right, they're right. That's great. But
yeah, you could still question their. I mean,
came out months ago.
All right. Well, let's
Kilar will likely be out of a job, and we're like, oh wow.
All right. Well, let's get to your speculation, Nicotina, based on. Okay, is that just the first, or is that it? You think there's more to come?
Probably. I mean,
Hamada in Emmerich. Any chance?
I mean, I don't know anything about Hamada in terms of his, his job status. Our late night conversations with Hamada haven't told me anything. But I will say that I'm pretty sure Emmerich's out because I mean, they already talked about how. I think it was Variety or the Hollywood Reporter talked about how they were already shopping his contract out to Netflix to try and dump off his contract. So I would imagine that he's likely on the way out. But I mean, I don't know for sure, but I would imagine he's out.
Four nerds aren't scoopers.
No.
Oh,
neither are you.
All right, sorry.
No.
What's up,
We're
Zod?
doing speculation.
What's up, man?
This is the main reason why I jumped on because I saw Zod was here. I was like, dude, I gotta jump on now.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Zod in a while.
How you been, man? You been doing okay?
Yeah, actually, today's my birthday, and I got a new camera.
Oh, happy birthday, man!
Happy birthday! Looking clean,
Nicotina,
clean.
Happy birthday, bro! Can I get a follow back on Twitter, bro?
Yeah. I know. Do you follow me? I don't know if you still do.
Yeah, I do. I follow you on Twitter.
I think I follow.
MME bringing everyone back together, That's what
MME.
I do. MME.
Guys, I just got a smoker, dude. You guys understand?
You need to send me some jerky
with a smoker.
Well, Nicotina, here's my speculation. I think are you
barbecue?
What? Sorry. I thought you were talking to someone off screen.
No.
Okay.
Hey,
so my
my
speculation is it's hard. Listen, I think Emmerich has a bigger chance of getting out than Hamada. Hamada does have a few wins under his belt, and the connection to James Wan is just too significant. You want James Wan to be in your stable of directors. He's had a few billion-dollar movies. He's had Fast and Furious. He's had Aquaman, which was a big win when there was a lot of uncertainty around DC. That was one of their wins. He also had James Wan. His connection to James Wan. They're like that.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yes, it does.
I mean, it's like, it's like, hey, I'm really good. I had good connections with a successful director. Like, that's great.
I mean, who else do you besides Aquaman? Like, who else could do? Is the Avengers, if they do an Avengers movie, who else could do it? Is it Muschietti besides Zach?
Probably Muschietti or
James
who
Wan
knows? I mean, the fact of the matter is that when it comes to Walter Hamada, unfortunately, there are a ton of projects already in production and already done. So you figure you got the Batman, you have Shazam, you have the Flash, you have Aquaman, and you have Shazam 2. Now, all these have pretty much already finished filming. I think Aquaman are already wrapped filming, so all these projects are done. So if you were to say, okay, now we're going to fire you because, essentially he has no other contract.
Or not extend his contract.
Or not extend his contract, but he has no other projects lined up past Shazam that we know of.
You don't know that, RJ. It's. I mean, it might be unlikely.
Well,
but
a
second merger is unprecedented. Like this quick a second merger. That's significant. You just don't know.
And remember, Emmerich was shopping around. He was trying to get a job with Netflix earlier.
And it wasn't just Emmerich. It was WB was shopping his contract or WarnerMedia.
He's expensive. He's expensive. Emmerich is not a cheap. Is not a cheap holdover by any means.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm sure if they were like, hey, if we can unload his contract, that'd be great. Go for it. But
Dude, yeah, Hamada's gonna have a big year though. So.
Yeah, yes,
I think he's have a good year with all these movies slated.
We'll see. We'll see shortly if the Batman doesn't meet expectations. If it doesn't meet its numbers, they're gonna look at it. We don't know.
I think that's. I know I'm sounding cocky,
There we
but
go.
I'm pretty sure it's for a fact.
I had the wrong mic on. Jeez.
Gonna do a.
All right. Well, let's
get
watch
lots of praise and make lots of money.
let's watch a little bit more Mikey and Sil, and then we'll get to other topics here.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, Sarnoff out. Discovery merger.
All right.
No matter what, we're deadline. You know.
Right, exactly. As a deadline will still. Maybe this reporter won't, but the deadline will still.
Yeah.
So shout out to you, sir, putting out this article. Now, real quick, Sharma says Sernoff was a PR nightmare. Yeah, done in Hollywood too. But no, Sernoff, she's going to see this again. All these execs, they want to find jobs other places.
They're gonna find I'm not. Don't cry for these people. They're gonna find jobs.
I don't
with
know
all the
about
streaming going on
Sarnoff,
still, they're gonna find they gotta find jobs.
Right. Now, according to Raj, too, I want to make sure I quote him properly.
Yeah.
He's not in the past. He wasn't saying like he cares about them finding it. It's just that he feels like it was so much malpractice that he should not have another job.
Oh yeah,
in Hollywood. But they know people. It's about who you know.
Yeah.
In Hollywood, Zaslav's coming in, a new regime.
Get
hey,
my
I don't know
drink
you,
on.
man. Sarnoff, you out of here, right? So he pushes her out.
Nice.
Yeah. But Sernoff has other friends. She worked with BBC before.
Nice.
With Hulu before.
And
They're
a
gonna find
Batman
somewhere.
glass.
Well, let's look at it this way. So let's say I became a billionaire, which I will in a couple of years. But you know what I'm saying? and I bought like a YouTube network of YouTubers and stuff, and the company was struggling.
One extra Pantheon.
You think I want to keep those people? No.
Hey,
fire that one dude.
It's a great place to be Monday night.
It's a great place to be.
Actually, hey, listen.
I tuned in for the Brian Master of None show.
Yeah,
That's right.
props
It's the
to
good one.
Enosh in the Poindexter Pantheon. It's more successful than I even thought it would be. People were liking the different variety shows. I had my doubts if not that there's not talent, that the views were, that because some they criticize. Maybe they're just there for Enosh.
Well, Zod, you have a show on there too, don't you?
No.
No.
He's on Team MME. He's on Team MME.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
I'm on Team MME, and then I do weekly comic book movie.
I was gonna
MMA.
I was gonna recruit
awesome,
you, Nick,
bro.
But you're already one of the four nerds. So.
Yeah, dude.
I'm kind of scooped up already.
Yeah, you're scooped.
Pow.
No, but props,
I have a ring on my finger apparently.
I have something unfortunate to say, but I'll keep it to myself.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Enosh's first week of the Poindexter Pantheon's been successful. It has been.
It's been fun. I
was rooting for him, but I was like, is this going to work? I can't accomplish it. I'm struggling.
Can't wait to talk about my barbecue meatloaf, guys.
It works. It's successful if you have content creators who are consistent in doing their shows.
Yeah,
and when you have that, then there's no way you can't find success.
I have a great team here, but I'm struggling to find the time to keep everyone informed of what projects are, because it's probably me. I'm all over the place. I'm not very organized, but I do have a great team. I got Brian. I got Zod.
Wait, Brian's on both networks?
Yeah, man. I get around.
You can't go cross networks. Maybe you can.
And I have some other great team members, and I'm looking
cross streams, man.
Oh, don't say that.
Cross streams with
Wait, we're sword fighting? What's going on?
So we'll only watch a little bit. We'll only watch a little bit more of this.
So what do they do when they're just reading the article and talking about it?
Yeah, that's what. And we're reacting to people reading articles.
Oh, okay.
5 nerds.
Just sitting here watching.
Can we read the article?
Yeah, can we read the article? Do we have to watch them read it?
It'd probably be a little bit better.
Well,
we could just.
All right.
It's your show, Max.
No. There was something else that I had saved that I wanted to, but that's fine. No problem.
No. Go ahead. Finish your videos. This is your show, Max. Do your thing.
No. That's good, because I was going to bring up the article anyway. We'll just skip to that.
Well, there we go.
Yeah. Because the deal.
The chase.
The deal gets real. Oh, shut up, Kelly. You bitch.
Kelly, she's trying to read the article too.
She has been barking all day. I spent time with her.
This article means something. That's why she keeps barking.
The deal gets real at WarnerMedia as David Zaslav ponders its power structure.
Did your dog hate the Peacemaker too?
No, she liked him.
That's awesome.
I didn't like the cameo, I'll tell you that.
Well, I'll read this as fast as
I didn't mind it. I had a good time.
And stop me where I need to.
Okay.
David Zaslav, who is famously gregarious and high energy, has been oddly quiet lately with the absence of media interviews or social events on his schedule. Even his regular booth at the Polo Lounge has been somnolent. What the hell? That's about to change. Zaslav has arrived back in Hollywood yesterday, and the industry has been forcefully reminded the deal is real. As federal regulators and other random bureaucrats remove their barriers, the long-awaited entity called Warner Bros. Discovery becomes a functioning reality in 4 short weeks. There are high expectations of imminent moves that will impact the power structure spanning television, movies, and news. So there's high expectations from insiders. Imminent moves, that means like activity. That doesn't just mean like status quo.
Dude, I'm so stoked for Food Network. You guys don't even understand.
Oh, I love Food Network. I love it in HD.
Yeah, dude, Food Network on HBO Max. I can't wait, dude. It's gonna be amazing.
They're the master of noms. We don't expect anything less, Brian.
Dude,
What?
come on, man.
She's a bitch.
We don't expect anything less.
She's a bitch that won't shut up.
She is. That's just wrong.
It's my dog. She is one. That's where you
can't-
get it from.
You know, that's just.
I still
think
love her.
That's offensive to your dog, dude.
Oh,
Yeah, I think she should get canceled by the dog community. To be honest,
Dude, she's done nothing but love you, unconditionally love you.
But
And
nothing
you call her
but
a-
bark.
you
Dogs'
call her a
feelings
bitch?
matter, Max. Dogs'
Exactly.
You call her a
feelings matter.
bitch.
Exactly. She gives you unconditional love, and you just call her
Alright.
so.
I get annoyed with the barking. For over
Yeah.
a
I noticed
year-
how the barking has stopped now.
Yeah, I know.
she's taking a nap. Good little Kelly.
You can see her.
Good little bitch. Oh. For over the year, I love her. For over a year, the mansion of
be
Warner
your
Brothers,
dog.
CNN, HBO, and B have labored in a bureaucratic cloud with executives implementing policies they knew were likely evanescent. So now starts the guessing game. Who will be anointed to fill the $43 billion power vacuum? Barred from occupying offices on the Warner's lot or taking formal policy meetings, Zaslav has now concluded his year-long listening tour. That's interesting that they say that, listening tour. He's reading the room of the company, and that there has implications for me. My speculation that he's been reading everything that's going on there. He's actively thinking about what he's going to do. Obviously, legally, he can't activate.
Yeah.
But you could set it up and then have the contracts ready signed day one, or let people go day one. Who knows? And
Yeah,
he's
well,
mobilized
I
for-
mean, and that's the thing when it comes to like Emmerich and all these guys is that, you know, when anyone takes over, okay, so like if Zod were to take over MME, right, and let's say you were out.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
It's
he's
confirmed.
he's gonna stage a coup. No, but what I'm
Yeah.
saying is that like if Max was out and Zod took over and they said, okay, Zod, you got to get these people in
We'll
these
just make this
positions.
real.
Yeah, you would pick the people that you trust the
Yeah,
most. You'd
there
be
you
like,
go.
hey, I want
Max
this
is
guy to
out.
do that. I want that guy to do that. Well, this guy's
Zod
been-
is king. There we go. We got
There
this
we go.
figured out.
But what I'm
did
saying
you
is
just
that like
remove me?
Yeah.
my point is that whoever when Zaslav comes into power, he's gonna want to have his people in place that he knows that he can
Right.
trust and he can count on. Now, are some of these guys safe who are there now? I'm sure some of them are, and I couldn't tell you who they are because I don't know. But he's definitely going to bring in his own team, and that could easily mean that these people that we've seen there before, you know, the Sarnoffs and the Emmerich, Hamad, they could all be out the door because he's going to bring guys that he knows, that he trusts, and that his team trusts to get the job done. So, I mean, it's common sense.
It happens in mergers all the time.
All
That's
the
why
time.
I don't understand why everybody is like, oh, Hamada and Emmerich are probably safe.
Well, we don't know, but the second
we don't
merge-
know. We
the
don't
second
know,
merge
but, I
where it's so
mean-
many years, there's systemic problems. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yes,
If it happens again, that's systemic problems. That's why I'm like, no, people could be safe, but it could be anyone also. It really could.
I
be,
imagine a
because
lot of people at the top are going to be on the chopping block first, and then it might trickle down.
Yes.
in this
I
list,
would
this
definitely
thing he
think
said,
so.
this interesting quote here, or from the it's from the art, it's the
Ah.
bias of the article writer, but listening tour and mobilized for action. That makes me think there's gonna be some moves.
Heads are gonna roll. That's what
Well,
that means.
Well, but here's where history intrudes. It's been 50 years since Steve Ross' monomaniacal mergers led to the formation of the massive, if unstable, Time Warner Empire. A one-time funeral director, Ross, quickly assembled a band of pals and financial allies to run his new show, and it was party time. The points were celebrated with Ross's trips to Acapulco. The fun had begun. The moment has passed. Zaslav's appointment will likely receive a reserved response. As one rival CEO put it, corporate power has become a mixed blessing. Each of the new recruits will confront a fusillade of problems relating to politics, inclusion, diversity, and sex. Time permitting, they may even have to time to deal with movies and TV. Warner's company logo heralds the stuff that dreams are made of, but as 1/8 suggests, maybe good stuff, more often difficult stuff. So that also, that's a quote from, one of the people on staff, difficult stuff. So that may mean people are going,
Yeah.
Yet CNN represents a case in point. Zaslav was close to Jeff Zucker before Zucker's high decibel dismissal, which included a mix of sexual politics, a female associate, HR intrigue, his precipitous beheading by Jason Kilar, the WarnerMedia chief, replacing I don't want to cover that. Okay, the Insider newslet and tips sheet bristle with rumors of departures, including those of Kilar, touted as a techno-maven, and Ann Sarnoff, who registered little impact as chairman of WarnerMedia. Having heard it all on his
scolded people and then kind of faded off into obscurity.
Well, I mean, people seem to imply that she was doing Hamada's bidding at the time. She spoke for him when she said, the haircut's not happening. Having heard it all on his listening tour, Zaslav is keenly aware of the mythic mistakes of past corporate owners. So this isn't just Mikey Sutton and Sill. This is Deadline. They're well aware of all the mistakes.
Right, but a lot of this is common sense. I mean,
no. I know, but no.
The only reason report it though.
No, I'm not saying that necessarily means they're right, Nick. I'm just saying this means.
No, and I'm not saying
that everything's up in the air. It's a fluid situation. Things could change, even if someone has a source. That's also things could change based on the reception of Peacemaker. Things could change after the Batman comes out. There's all these factors, So he's reading the room. And I think he's reading the room. I think he's going to make hard decisions, and I don't think he's just going to be a passive a guy in charge. I think he's going to do stuff. He's going to mix it up.
Yeah.
2 mergers within so many years, systemic problems that you can't look past that. It's not like, circumstances. There's failures across the board. Matrix.
Even before the pandemic.
Godzilla versus Kong.
Right.
They should have got that spin-off series. All this stuff should be going to HBO Max. There was another series that went to another outlet recently. Amazon, I think. Oh, Ridley Scott with Blade Runner. That should be on HBO Max. Why isn't Ridley Scott? Because he does do the Raised by Wolves, but why isn't the new Blade Runner live action series on HBO Max instead of Amazon? These are all failures, and that's WB. That's not DC. So there was Viacom's Sumner Redstone, who hired his personal state attorney to replace a respected CEO, Tom Freston, triggering the studio's downward spiral. Kirk Kerkorian, though a billion trader, brought in David Begelman, an embezzler who had narrowly escaped jail to run MGM. More recently, Warner's board named Kevin Tsujihara to run Warner's despite his apparent absence of industry savvy. Oh man, he caused problems. That was the age of Joss Whedon's cut. Let me skip ahead here. The Zaslav translation will be more likely dailies, observes one CJ. He has done his homework. Network trained Bob Daly created this disciplined corporate environment when he moved from CBS to Warner's in 1980, ultimately bringing Terry Semel to share. I don't know who these people are, so this is getting boring. Should I stop? I think that's the end.
Well, that's the end anyway. There you go.
Yeah. There's another seasoned executive from CBS to Warner, this Bob Daly. So he has done his homework. He's bringing in people. There's lots of possibilities. That's all I'm going to say. And anyone that says 100% one way or the other, I just think you don't know one way or the other. That's my.
Nobody really knows. I mean, it's just one of those things where we have to wait and see how this kind of plays out. People were saying that the Snyderverse is dead and it's never going to get restored. They can say all they want.
It's safe. I mean, it's there if you want to use it. It's there if you don't.
It depends on your definition of restore.
I've seen reactions where they, the spoilers for the end of Peacemaker. That means that Zack Snyder's thing is done. I'm like, how the hell did you get that conclusion from?
What I'm saying is that, we don't know for sure what their plans are, and we'd have to see how the Flash ends, and that's the Flash is really gonna set up how the DCU is gonna be set up moving forward. And that's the thing is that if Eddie's right, and it's a soft reboot and everything gets erased, and then that's one thing. But if they establish that every version of the character exists in their own separate branch of the multiverse, that's a whole different story. It leaves the door open for that for that story, the Snyderverse story, to be told at a different time,
or never touched again. It's just
never touched again. But either way, it leaves it on its own thing. Which I think would be the smartest thing to do, is to establish that everything
you don't
you've seen,
upset people, even if you're not going that way.
Well, but at the same time as this, I mean, you have Black Adam coming out before the Flash, so obviously this movie is not going to get erased by what you see in the Flash, because then it's kind of like, wait, I just saw the JSA and all these characters. Now you're telling me that now we're on a whole new timeline because of the Flash. So that's why it's kind of like, okay, so obviously Black Adam must reside in the Flash's universe that he's creating, or whatever happens in that with Keaton and all that.
How's it cope, Matt Jarbo?
What is this?
This is cope?
I think it's called bargaining, but it's cool.
I mean, I don't understand how it's cope.
What's up, Jarbo?
I respect your opinion.
It's still trying to make excuses despite them going
I didn't say. Maybe he just tuned in and didn't see the beginning of the stream. Matt Jarbo, to catch you up to speed, I disagree that this is the. I think Ann Sarnoff and Jason Kilar were an easy to get out. It's redundant to have them still there. I think there's significant issues with Emmerich, but it's still that would be a massive news story if Emmerich gets out. So, but I think Emmerich's more likely to leave than Hamada based on the current climate of DC content, in his connections and his successes. He's had some fails, but he's had some successes. Toby Emmerich, on the other hand, has had a lot of recent fails that led to a second merger, and that cannot be discounted. I mean, how many industries have had a second merger in so many years? That's significant. So it doesn't mean it's going to happen. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen. And I don't think I'm coping. I don't. I think it's, the Deadline article even says there's going to be significant moves. Zaslav has people in place, and there's going to be hard decisions. What does hard decisions mean? That means people are going to lose their jobs.
Well, yeah, I mean, any boss taking over any, department or company or whatnot is going to say, unfortunately, I'm going to have to make some hard decisions, because I mean, that's what you're supposed to do.
That's the clue right there. Hard decisions.
Yeah, I mean, based on their past failures, I would imagine that most of them, if not all of those people that we've been talking about, are going to be gone.
I understand why the merger is happening. The biggest benefit of the merger is for
there's a murder.
Yeah,
he's fucking murder.
Murderer.
No, the biggest reason for the biggest reason for the merger is that HBO Max is not in all regions of the world where Discovery is, and that's one of the failures of HBO Max is they haven't gotten all regions. That's a significant loss of revenue.
That's what Lewis was saying. It was still not in the UK.
So that's one. Besides the failures, that's one of the most significant
it's also
reasons.
Too because AT&T was not equipped to handle this division and this type of industry, and so they said, okay, let's just spin this off to Discovery and let because they can handle that, and we'll go that route. And you could tell, but I mean, Jason Kilar was brought in from HBO, to run HBO Max, and he did what he did, and
that's a factor, Matt, but it's not the only factor. Yes, they were on.
That's exactly what I just said. Is that they were not prepared to run an entertainment telecommunication company, exactly. And so after a bunch of events happened, they're like, hey, you know what? We're not equipped to handle this. Let's make a move so that we're in a better position. And that's what they did.
This isn't even talking about Snyder.
I haven't even seen the Uncharted movie yet.
Well, I mean, RJ, this is talking about the future of DC doesn't even necessarily mean Snyder. I mean, I've mentioned it here and there, but it's the main focus is what's going to happen with the merger. And there is significant news. I actually did research this time, RJ. I read a Deadline article. I read the whole goddamn article. Didn't everyone hear me read the article?
Yeah, you read the whole article, Max. I heard that.
Yeah, so, okay. So, any final thoughts on this of what your expectations are? Reading that Deadline article, does that give you more credibility that things could happen, or you say status quo?
Will it change anything? Will people still hate each other over a damn TV show? Probably not. So I don't know, man.
Like I said, I don't know if it changes anything. If anything, that I think even Grace Ray put it like lightly, like it just David Zaslav and the rest of them when they do the merger could just skip over this and not really. They don't want to deal with the drama behind, all the stuff with Zach and everything else.
I'm not even talking about it.
And just stay in the same direction they are, the path.
Like I said on this stream, Emmerich could leave. They could put someone else, and the Snyderverse still might not continue.
Like I said,
you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. Right. Like I said, it could be the same people with that same mindset they already had before. So it's like, it could be crazy. It really can. And then, it will be crazy if once the merger happens and nothing happens, and people are gonna definitely have meltdowns over that. But like I said, I have faith that maybe something could happen down the road. If it doesn't happen, I already said I don't give a fuck anymore, to be honest. But,
okay. Well, let's hear from the couch, Zod Rider. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts after me reading that article to you? Does that make you feel like things that this guy has the plans and difficult decisions? He's on a listening tour. He has someone in place.
That's the thing that stood out to me. The whole listening tour thing. Like that means that the guy's been paying attention. He's been doing his research. He's been doing everything that he, needs to do to be fully prepared to come in and take over and make whatever changes he deems necessary to make this merger profitable. And that's what it's all about. It's all about money. It's all about profitability. It's all about taking something that is kind of struggling and making it the best it can possibly be. This is what the whole purpose is. Yeah.
Well, RJ, the great comment. You don't know that. You don't. I mean, it's possible. They want to put their own stamp on things.
Why wouldn't they want to do their own thing, though, Max? I mean, honestly,
no. I'm saying that's very possible. I'm not discounting it at all. But he's stating it as a fact, like he's critical of other people. Discovery is doing their own thing potentially. They want to put their own stamp on things, not continue to move up the path, their own creative. You cannot listen. Everyone hangs on Ann Sarnoff's words. That's probably not going to be in there as actual fact. Why don't you hang on Zaslav's words when he says, "I want to repair relationships with talent"? Exactly. That is significant. I mean, now that could mean something. It could mean nothing. It could mean Christopher Nolan. It might not be Zack Snyder. It might not.
But it has to make sense, though.
But that is his actual words. That is research, and that cannot be discounted. You don't just say that for no reason.
Right, but their moves have to make sense. I mean, he's not going to as much as I want Snyderverse, restored. I mean, that'd be a dream come true for me. And let me tell you, but the thing is that if Zaslav is coming in, I don't think he's going to be like, okay, guys, pump the brakes on everything we're doing, stop productions. I want to go back with Zach. I want to go back to his universe. So how do we gear all the movies that just came out this year so that they're all reconnected to his universe? I just don't know if he's going to do that. I don't think he's going to do that. But if you can set up to where every iteration of the character lives in its own universe, his own branch of the multiverse, then it doesn't matter. Then you can do whatever you want with those characters. It also doesn't take away from, the Batman 89 and Batman Returns universe, the Burtonverse, the Batman and Robin, all the different DC characters that we've seen throughout all the years of watching this in different movies, like Catwoman and all that, the Nolanverse. It gives credence to all that, and it says, hey, look, these iterations live in the multiverse, and that's why you have so many different versions of these characters.
Exactly.
If they establish that, which would be to me the smartest thing to do, then everyone would be happy, in my opinion.
Exactly. You can branch off because all of these things exist, and again, the multiverse is something they should be expanding upon and using, and not just using it as a gimmick in name only. They should really be gearing all of their movies towards, hey, we can do a movie in any continuity we want because we have the multiverse. That makes the most sense.
I mean, the thing about that, what's the point though? If because none of that stuff is canon, if it's in a branch universe, and
it's all canon. It's all canon. It's just canon in whatever universe that it's in.
But here's the thing, Eddie.
Let me give an example. Go ahead. Imagine it happens and they fight Darkseid, then. Even though I'm still in an interpretation that's none of it's canon. So they fight Darkseid, whatever, the other two movies. Then since none of it is canon, then with the regular continuity of the DCU, they're gonna have to fight Darkseid again. But this time it's canon. So it's like,
well, if it's a multiverse, none of it really matters, right?
Exactly.
Or
it could be another, because Darkseid isn't even. He's not a physical being. I mean, like the physical presence of Darkseid are manifestations of Darkseid. Darkseid is a god. And so he lives basically, throughout the multiverse.
Here's what I'll say to you, Galaxy Comic Nerd. You're my friend. You have a very different opinion with me. Don't underestimate or overestimate anything, because you underestimate that people really like the Snyder Cut. Look at the reception. Look at the audience score. They haven't had a success that big with both critics and audience together tied to it for a long time in DC for Zack Snyder. Regardless if you think the numbers weren't as impressive as you think they should have been, the critics and the audience score were above a certain point in Rotten Tomatoes. That is significant.
I get that,
significant. And this is your Avengers. This is the Justice League. This is what you've been chasing. That is significant. Doesn't mean they're going to continue.
You also don't want to confuse audiences where they're like, "What the f is going on?"
Saying it's a failure vision is your bias coming out. You may not like it, but listen, the last thing that happened with Zack Snyder is the Snyder Cut.
Yeah,
it was overwhelmingly praised. Yeah. That cannot be discounted. Some might be overestimating the numbers. Some might be underestimating the numbers. Some might be underestimating the fan base. Some might overestimate the fan base. That's where I'm in the middle. You just don't know. Lots of people liked it. You would be an idiot not to consider it, even if you don't go forward.
No, you would be an idiot, but I don't think there's still even with that, the positive, the praise it was getting and the viewership, all that stuff, But I don't think it's like a demand, because the general audience could care less if another one comes out without Zack Snyder or anything like that, though. Crazy
Joe, Mega Podtastic. There's also a significant comeback story with the Snyder Cut that you forget. You forget leading up to that it was the biggest entertainment story of the pandemic, and you all seem to forget that. You're underestimating the impact. It's one of the most prolific director's cut in history. It has one of the greatest stories. If I was in charge, I would make a documentary. I'd get Zack Snyder on for a series of interviews. I'd do all kinds of stuff. There's so much potential there.
Right.
And if you could bring all the fans together, why can't you have it all? This pocket universe thing why can't you have all?
It could be successful, but I think that one thing you have to look at is from a private standpoint, you have to ask yourself, do you want to make a move where you're going to have groups of fans be upset that these other universes don't exist and we have one new universe? Or do you say, do we make a move where we embrace all of our fans and we give all our fans something that they want? And let's just say, like Max says, they don't continue the Snyderverse. They just say it's in a branch of the multiverse. Then at least those fans don't turn on your product. They don't turn on your brand and get mad at your brand and complain about it. It's just an idea. Now, are they going to do that? I have no clue what they're going to do.
This right here, let's go around. I think this is a horrible take, because even though Gunn is successful, as like say Gunn in for like the Justice League, I think the tone is completely different. The tone, talk about people complaining, general audiences. Do you think even if they accept Gunn properties, will that be for the
and I'll tell you another reason why, and I'll tell you another reason why Matt Jarbo is wrong, because the general audience embraced Snyder. The general audiences embraced the Snyder cut.
The Snyder cut, yes.
All right, general audiences embraced it. So you can't say that.
Don't do it, Brian. Don't do it, Brian.
That's too many. It's one too many.
How many of these do I gotta take to make this headache go away?
Oh God, he has a handful of them.
Oh,
yes, they did.
Right.
They did embrace it.
I mean,
they did embrace it. Somebody's buying those Blu-rays and DVDs. Somebody is keeping that movie a bestseller all this time. They embraced it, man. Zack Snyder is huge with general audiences.
Here's the thing,
just
too,
because
though.
some people on the internet don't like Zack Snyder doesn't mean there's not an audience.
They don't like the fans. They don't.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I think when it comes to the Snyder cut, yeah, but no, don't trust me. Everyone did not. What do you think they moved on from his vision? When WB saw what happened with BVS, they saw that people didn't want.
He's saying Wonder Woman sold more than Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. 100%.
That movie's terrible.
Well, we don't know for sure that they moved on from anything. It's still it's not a race.
Look.
Even listen, Eddie, you seem to think it's done.
No, I don't think it's done.
Explain how the Justice League cameo proves that the Snyder Cut's not. There's people.
Well, I didn't say that, but I'll just say that Superman obviously was rocking some different colors. He wasn't rocking the black suit, obviously.
Yeah, he was rocking the blue suit.
Yeah, so that I can say that, even though I wasn't one of those people that was saying that, though. But I guess I can use that.
That's the safest way to go, though. I mean, even from a position from Gunn, you're like, if you're making a cameo,
I couldn't tell he was a shadow.
What suit do you want to be in? The blue suit? You probably say yeah, because that if you go the black suit, it's gonna everyone's gonna flip out.
I want to get everyone's hot take on. You cannot deny Gunn's success with the Peacemaker. You can. There's a lot of talk about the Suicide Squad. That's a mixed bag. Not everyone liked that, but people like the Peacemaker. But do you see him as covering the main DC heroes and Justice League?
He could, but he stated that he doesn't want to. Though. That's the thing.
Right. So no, I don't think the tone's right. I think Gunn is very successful.
Would the general audience care? I don't think so. It would. I think they would embrace
that type of jokes is. The type of humor is it going to fit with the?
You don't know exactly how he would treat them, though. I think he would treat them respectful enough.
Good and wholesome Superman.
That's my opinion. Though,
I don't know about good and wholesome Superman. When you have James Gunn, and I'm not saying that that's not allowed. But
you're gonna have more like Homelander Superman.
Yes.
Well, Jimbo, what do you think? Even though I think you also like James Gunn. You like Peacemaker. Is it a fit? Because he says Snyder and Gunn in. Now I'm speculating based on his comment that he means like Gunn's going to be heading up. I don't think he wants to do everything. I think he wants to do his niche projects and do some weird stuff. He's a weird dude.
I mean, I would say Jarbo's right on that because, I mean, for right now, James Gunn looks like he's going to be taking like a lot of the creative head for, of course, the side characters that he's been doing. But like Matt also said it in the chat.
Yeah, but when I said that a long time ago, when I said that James Gunn was coming in and he was going to do more DC, everybody thought I was nuts. Everybody thought I was crazy and I was conspiratorial. But now it's cool because you're saying it, huh, Jarbo? Is that what's going on now? Now you're saying.
See, you want to put Zod on the thumbnail saying Zod scoop confirmed.
Unbelievable.
He did say it a while ago. I heard Zod say it.
No, I agree. Let's recap. If you were in charge, if you're Zaslav and you want to do another Justice League movie, I would either go Wan, Muschietti, or Snyder. Those are my top three. Definitely. I don't think Gunn's not even a factor for me. Let Gunn do his own thing. Get a success with some great comedy that's great for those stoner kids out there. There's nothing wrong with that.
I think here's the thing if he did
do it. Peacemaker, get some peace.
Really, bro?
Here's the thing you got to remember, though. Here's the thing you got to remember.
I'm not hating on it. I'm saying it's great. It's great for that crowd.
But here's what you have to remember about James Gunn is that in the Peacemaker season finale of season 1 of Peacemaker, at one point he had the entire Justice League. Granted, some were silhouettes, but he had Cyborg, Superman, Aquaman, The Flash, Wonder Woman, and Batman all there. Now, granted, WB made him remove 2 of the characters,
which made sense.
but he had what I'm saying is that he has enough pull of where he's at with DC and with Warner Brothers that he could bring the Justice League onto that show as a cameo. Now, obviously, they probably have no contract with Cavill, and that's why you didn't see him there, which is it's totally stupid. And Gal wasn't there either, which I really wish she was there. But the fact that he was able to pull that off, I mean, like I've said before, I applaud Gunn for at least putting the Justice League on screen together.
Yes.
Granted, some were silhouettes, and some of them were real actors, but he did
Better
it.
than nothing.
But my complaint about that was that if you don't have the real actors there, then you probably should have done it all. But I applaud him for at least making that attempt to do that.
Okay,
no,
Brian?
but it's all good. I'll just sit here. It's cool.
No.
That's fine. No. Keep talking. No, you're fine. Keep going. I just don't have anything to add. Honestly,
okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. We're gonna move on to other topics.
Star Trek Discovery. Let's go.
No, dude, it's fine. It's okay, dude. Honestly, the thing is we talk about this shit all the time. Every time we get on here to talk about DC, Warner Brothers, whatever, we've drummed this up a million times. Okay, like it's cool, man. Whatever.
People talk about it.
It's the same argument, dude. We always fight about it in the chat too.
I'm not fighting.
The gang's all here. We got
the gang's all here,
dude. It feels like warm times and family, baby. All we need is a little bit of beer.
Brian, I just said toke one up and watch Peacemaker. Come on.
did, but I can't do it on your show.
Don't worry.
Did you guys watch Peacemaker?
Yes, I did. I absolutely loved it.
I loved it.
I thought it was the best thing that DC gave us to watch in the last few years.
I actually liked the show. At first, I
enjoyed
wasn't gonna like it, but
and
as
I was pissed because people were shitting on my good time, man.
It's not a dead topic.
Get some jerky and let's get some beer.
Deadline just released the article.
And how dare you reduce that comedy to stoner humor, my friend?
Oh my God!
I'm a little more intelligent than that.
Zod's a part of the team. If you
know what? Let me just clarify. Let me just clarify something right now, Max, and then I
don't want a big war tonight.
No. I just want to clarify because
this is
people
where
keep
people
bringing
say.
Up,
yeah,
people
this is
keep
where
bringing
people
up
say,
people keep bringing up when I said what I said about James Gunn being sent over by Kevin Feige destroy DC. They're taking what I'm saying out of context. Everything I said was based on articles that I read that said that James Gunn has pitched an idea to both Marvel and DC about the possibility of doing a Marvel versus DC movie. It's a fact. It can be independently verified. You can look it up. Everything else I said was speculation on my part because Kevin Feige and James Gunn are tight, and James Gunn went over to DC and did his DC project. Okay, I speculated just like everybody else does. There's nothing in there that I said was factual other than the fact that James Gunn, did
We're moving on
initiate the idea. That's all I'm saying. So stop taking that out of context and stop bringing that up like it's something wrong. I'm allowed to speculate just like you are, Jarbo, just like you are, RJ, just like you are, Max. That's what we do. We speculate. I don't have any sources, but when I have articles that can be independently verified and I bring stuff up and I go off of that and I actually do research, I don't appreciate getting shit on. So if you can't find that article, Jarbo, I'll gladly send it to you in a DM and then you can come at me, bro.
Okay. Well, let's let Matt and Zod resolve it on their own time. I appreciate you. Zod, I appreciate you speaking your piece. That's completely fair.
Thank you.
Because Matt is my friend too. But let's be real. We all know he was antagonizing him in the chat. We all know it. I mean, see Tissue, Midol. Everyone everyone complains about my chat. But for real, it doesn't matter, Matt. He's allowed.
What's the point of telling somebody to take an L? It doesn't make it doesn't change anything.
No,
everybody here is
see,
real human beings that get things right, get things wrong, have opinions, and you know what? It's okay. And you know
Everyone's
what?
allowed to make mistakes on the internet.
Exactly, Brian. Exactly, Brian. This stuff of trying to one up everybody and prove how smart we are is like getting really
you know
old
what
and
you
stale.
know what a massive L was
prove all 55
this
people
week,
how cool
Enosh,
we are,
and I love Jarbo, but the Jizz Network was a big L. But you know what's
gone anywhere.
You know what's not?
Although I did find
the
some
Pantheon. The Pantheon is doing better than I expected. I'm going to be real with you. I respected you for trying.
10 forward, baby.
You're doing better than I am with my team. I have great members on my team. I'm just not as organized as you. So I will give you props.
Thank you.
This week
Look,
is
you know why? Because you know what? We're not trying
to
one up anybody. We're not trying to prove anybody wrong. We're just literally just a bunch of people trying to have some fun on the internet.
No, I will give you props, man.
More or less, yeah.
I see it doing good.
I just got a
great,
smoker.
Great
so much
place
more
to
fun.
grow.
Thank
and
you, Matt.
I also like the 4 nerds and Nicotina, what they're doing with Project Justice League.
Absolutely.
I'm so happy that they're working on that. There's a lot of great stuff to be happy about. Yes,
absolutely.
There's some good nerdy co-ops
and you know
going on.
that's the
All
thing.
right.
Everybody doesn't judge success the same way. Everybody's not trying to hit the algorithm.
No, I
We're
see
trying
people
to
really
hit a million
liking-
subscribers. Like some people are just trying to provide some good entertainment to the people who watch them, and if somebody finds it, great.
I will be. I wasn't. Listen, I never count against you.
Oh,
but
I
I was
know.
like, I was like, I don't know if this is going to work. All these different shows. I honestly didn't, because that's not the route I was going. I was doing it different, and I'm surprised.
That's why this is MME and we got the lounge, right? But you know, but
congrats.
It's all good, and I echo what Nicotina said. Like Tiffany and I were out shopping today, so I was listening in the car. No, Nicotina and Zod are absolutely right. They're absolutely right. What's happening? We got to wait and see. There's all kinds of different ways, and I put it in the chat. Even listen, the multiverse is the, and I know you want to move on, so I'm not here to just stall on that, but the multiverse is the option. It's not about coping. It's just there. Like if they're smart, they'll use it. If they don't use it, we'll all just say, okay, you know what? Yeah, they didn't use it, right?
It'll just be like a gimmick.
It'll just be like whatever,
a gimmick.
Like, but just because we see that, like, if DC uses its multiverse correctly, they will use it in a way that they can capitalize, because it's smartest for them, and it's going to make them the most money to be able to do shows and movies and different things that they can do that don't have to all interconnect like Marvel. And again, like I think it was Zod that said, like, it doesn't, or it was either one of the two that said, like, so it doesn't have to be a gimmick, right? Because the multiverse can come off as a gimmick. Hey, let's bring back these characters, right? And let's do this, and that's fun.
Yeah,
but,
come in here.
But
add
Crisis on Infinite Earths showed us one thing. They even destroyed the entire multiverse, right? And when they wanted to, they were able to bring it back because it's comics. But the thing is, they could have TV shows. They could have movies.
I got it, Max.
You can have a segment for whatever James Gunn is doing. You can have a segment for whatever, you know, anybody else is doing on any of these shows, for the TV shows, for the movies, for whatever. And if you want to do an event where you need a character and you want to splice it together, it's very simple to do. And if they want to make the most money, it's not that hard to do.
I literally brought this up. I literally said that earlier in the stream. I said it could all happen. Hamada could be replaced.
I said that.
Emmerich could be replaced. Yeah, I know, but I said it too.
Yeah, I mean, this is like nobody's got the market cornered on saying this stuff. I mean, everybody's been saying this stuff, but also the thing is, like, look, I loved Peacemaker. I didn't think I was going to love it. I thought I was going to absolutely hate it. I ended up like, did I like all the jokes? No. Did it have a bunch of stupid jokes? Yeah. Did it have a bunch of stuff? But did it have stuff that I thought was throwaway jokes and stupid lines that ended up coming back at the end and like actually making me feel something and going, wow, okay, yeah, it did. And did I hate it? No, I really liked it. And you know what? I can't believe that we're literally complaining about the fact that the Justice League showed up in some form.
I do need to address this. If you follow streaming is more important than the theater. And Netflix goes way billions and billions in debt to pump up their numbers because they know the future. So when you talk about streaming, it's a different animal, and you just don't know. There's not there's a strong possibility a lot of these streaming to compete with each other, they're going way in debt, spending so much money on content to compete with Netflix and Disney.
And of course,
Plus.
a comic is cheaper to write, but here's the reality.
Comics
You're talking about
industry
streaming. You're talking about TV shows. You don't have to do everything. Doesn't have to be a huge $200 million budget thing for it to actually happen, and you just tell good stories.
Why wouldn't you have Gunn and Snyder on the same network?
Well, and here's the thing. Here's the thing too. Like, listen about like the Gunn thing.
Please everyone.
I would just say, for my opinion about it, like, look, I understand what Gunn's doing. He's got his own little niche and his own little way of doing things, right? And that's fine. I don't know that I would want him. I agree with you, Max. I don't like the tone that he would go, like, if that's his tone, if this is who he is, and we've seen Guardians
the
now.
answer for the tone missing.
He is. That's for sure.
Right. Look, and I love that first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I like the second one, but now I've seen Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, so I've seen now what he's doing with some of these superheroes. I don't think that would work for me personally with like the Justice League or whatever. Like, I don't want to see Superman dropping F-bombs. I don't want to see,
you don't know he'll do that though.
But what's that?
You don't know he'll do that though.
I don't know that he'll do it. You're right. I don't know that he'll do it. But all I can go off of, I'm just saying what his tone seems to be with the movies that he makes.
Well, if you had a problem with tone with the Justice League with Zack Snyder, the answer is not someone else that has a different tone. You want more like a James Wan, a Muschietti. If you're not going with Zack.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
James Gunn's tone would be perfect for Keith Giffen's Justice League.
Crazy Joe. You know how to make a difference.
Do you guys wait? Am I the only one familiar with Keith Giffen's Justice League?
Yes.
Oh my God, Keith Giffen did the best run of Justice League ever from 1987.
That's a great shirt. That's
the early
a great
90s.
shirt.
Thank you, Junkman made this. Junkman
cool.
merch.
Nice.
No, it was in 1987 post-crisis. DC didn't want Superman, Wonder Woman, or like any of the big guns. Hal Jordan. They didn't want any of them in the Justice League. So they told Keith Giffen you could use B-listers.
Yes,
so he had like Martian Manhunter and Batman were the only two mainstream characters. He got
but
Guy
nobody
Gardner.
wants to see that going forward, Joe.
Oh my God, that was terrific. You do that as an HBO
I get what
Max
you're saying.
show or
I get what you're
something?
saying. Okay, look, I get what you're saying, but here's the thing. When we say Justice League, we ain't talking about third stringers. Okay, we're talking about. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. They got to get whatever they're going to do with these main characters. That's what when we say what would his tone be like for a Justice League, we're talking about like what would he do if he had Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, the Flash, Aquaman, those mainstays. Like, and here's the thing. Like, I'm one of these people. I'm not pissed off about like the joke between Aquaman and Flash. They're on a team together. Of course they're going to rib each other. Of course they're going to like give each other, hell, they're going to tease each other.
It's like being in a band.
Yeah, the joke
it's like being
was meaningless.
It's like being in a band, in a brotherhood of people. Like, listen, man. Like, I mess with my bandmates all the time. We give each other a hard time, right? We do all that stuff. That's
just real talk. That's
exactly
how people are. Yeah.
Exactly. It's not like they were like given a press release, and they're like, yeah, Aquaman F's fish, right? Like it's a joke that's been there forever. But what I love is that Jason Momoa is so confident in himself, and he's so confident in his character. There's no fish jokes like that are gonna somehow bring down his Aquaman.
I mean, it's kind of like two dudes standing on a construction site. Like, yeah,
Exactly.
you know what I mean?
But everyone is so fixated on the Aquaman fish joke that they're missing the fact that while that was a joke
Barry
about
was
Aquaman
in on
and the
it.
fish. But no, it was confirmed that Green Arrow does dress as the back half of Rainbow Sparkle at the Brony convention, and they confirmed that's not a rumor. That really happened.
Or Rational Skeptic. I will have Max. I will have Matt on in the future, but not right now because we're going to move on to other topics.
But you know what? Those were all jokes from a guy, and they even pointed that out. Like they were all jokes from Peacemaker. He made those jokes because he's insecure enough himself about these heroes who are greater than him, who are accomplishing more than him. So what do? You always try to make these jokes to tear down other people, and like make them look like they're not as great as they are because they're the celebrities, right? Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, they're the celebrity people. Aquaman, they're the A team, right?
Actual powers.
Exactly.
Don't call them the A team unless you're going to bring Mr. T in, man.
I know.
Get me to
but
it.
you know what I mean. You know what I mean. They're not the third stringers, man. They're, you know what I mean? They're the star power, and Peacemaker is not. So of course, like when people like try to compare him to them, he's gonna say stuff like that, But
I love your room there, Nicotina.
Thank you.
I noticed him. I think you put a few extra things up at the top.
You know what it is I have a new camera. So the camera has a taller. It has a
What's
bigger
your shirt
range.
say? Not on.
No, it's a Warriors, Golden State Warriors.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you got me excited for a second there. I thought you meant the Warriors. Come out and play.
Stop.
Again,
Brian,
I love how Nicotina responded to that. Like Crazy Joe drops another joke, and everyone's just like
10 forward.
10 forward, baby.
Forward Monday
I'm with
morning.
Brian Max. I got to get going too.
Monday evening, 5 o'clock.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Check it out. Awesome. I got to get going though.
I'll say it again without nobody talking, so they can hear you there.
Sorry. Monday night, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come by, check out 10 Forward, my Star Trek show on Boy Next Door Lounge. So come on down, check it out, man. I got to get going. I've been up since 4:30 this morning. I really need to get some sleep. Peace out, guys.
Yeah, and if you were in it for the views, why would you have a Star Trek show? I'm sorry, Brian. It's doing good,
it's the lowest viewed one of them all, but hey,
no.
Plugging along.
No. Why do you think he added food, man? Why do you think he added food, man?
Right.
I'm excited, Brian. You should see these nipples.
I'll be talking more food next week.
Brian, listen, man. No, dude.
Let's give it up for
you know what?
Give me the sarcastic Vulcan salute.
First of all, Brian, you're not that far behind anybody, and we went up against a show that has literally been on for quite a while with two different guys running that show and been like a popular show, right? And came over there, and then and it's William. I mean, my gosh, it's William, man. Like he's William. So,
what time is your show on Monday?
It's 5 o'clock Pacific, but.
Oh, it's good. It's after my show. Good.
Honestly, isn't that not the hardest thing in the world? Trying to find
so
time
hard.
to go when somebody else is
birthday, Enosh. It's Nicotina's birthday.
Happy birthday,
Andre.
Much love, brother. I got to get going though, man. Take it easy.
Happy birthday, Andre. Heck yeah. Brian's right. It's hard to know when to stream anything nowadays because
who's this dude?
Because you don't want to be over anybody. What's up, Jimbo?
Wow.
What's up?
I'm in the middle now.
I've never seen your face before.
Yeah.
He seldom he turns on his camera.
Yeah, I shave my face. So I'm like,
I was gonna say he used to have facial hair, and you wear glasses sometimes too, don't you?
Yeah, I got them right here. I'm just
dude. I'm telling you right now, when you had your facial hair and you had your glasses, you looked just like George Kittle, who's a tight end for the Niners. Dude, I was like spot on. I was like, oh my god, he looks just like him every time. Now you look like
because at like Jimbo, but yeah, like at my school we have to wear masks all the time, and like just growing out the facial hair just was becoming a pain wearing that for hours. So it's like, all right, because I would always have my coffee, so I'd have to pull it down and pull it back up. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna shave it.
Cool. So, all right. Well, Zod, I appreciate you being here, bro. We got to work together more.
Of course.
We got to work out some collabs. We got to do video game content.
Absolutely.
And yes, Zod is part of the Team MME.
Yes, Team MME all the way.
Yeah,
I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys later. Thanks again, and Andre, happy birthday, brother.
Thanks, man.
Eddie, I'll be getting with you, and Enosh, we got to do something together soon, man.
Sure, man.
Take care, guys. See you guys later.
All right.
See ya.
I don't know about this, Droga. What is? All right.
Yeah. See what happens.
I do have another interesting topic because it is this the right move? I'm going to bring this up. It's not DC. It's about Halo. I'm really hyped for
I don't want that.
No.
I gotta go.
No. This is.
Oh, what's wrong? What's wrong?
All right.
I can't believe they're doing that.
This is a rough one.
This is so bad, bro.
Really?
We shouldn't have did that. It's like almost the same comparison as like the Boba Fett when he was taking his shit off.
You freaking gatekeepers!
We played a game.
And you guys sound like Star Wars fans right now.
What?
They can't do that shit, man.
Oh my god, really?
It's never been done.
I knew they were gonna do it too. I freaking knew it. I was like, they're gonna show his fucking face.
I'm sorry.
Are they really? Are they?
We're gonna.
That's what they
Yeah,
said.
I don't even
They're
thought-
gonna
are they
show his
Are they
face.
showing Master Chief's face?
Yeah, they're gonna do it.
Oh, dude, that's a big mistake.
can't do
Exactly.
That's a huge
They
mistake.
sound like
So
Star
bad.
Wars fans, man. Boba Fett can't take his helmet off.
Different.
He has
No,
helmet off for half the
listen.
That's
time.
completely
Listen,
different.
Tamara
listen.
Morrison was like, "Hey, how's it going? Oh, we're not fighting." You take it off. He's
Yeah,
holding it.
You know
Like,
what?
man,
You know
he
what?
should
I'll be
just-
honest with you.
Yeah,
I'll be
I
honest
just,
with you.
I just
It
sleep
doesn't.
like this. You
Okay,
should just sleep with your helmets on.
Hold on.
What the hell?
If they had
They
not
just don't
brought
show
back,
it.
okay, Tamara Morrison, we all knew was Boba Fett, right? So
Yep.
like you bring him back, and it makes sense. You know, like that he could take the helmet off every once in a while. You know, just like I want to see Din Djarin take the helmet off every once in a while. I don't necessarily need to see him just have the helmet on all the time.
What do you mean?
But I'll be honest with you. I rewatched the finale today with Tiffany because Tiffany hadn't watched the finale, and I was sitting there thinking, you know, I would kind of like to see more of Boba Fett in the helmet because I felt like they spent a lot of time without the helmet, and I felt like when he was doing the meetings with like all of the different tribes and all of the different groups. I feel like it's more
throwing that at RJ because he's like, stop being toxic. He's throwing
it's
this
more
stuff.
intimidating. I felt like it would be more intimidating maybe at those talks to have the helmet on.
Yeah,
but yeah, I get it. I get it. I can go both ways on that one a little bit.
Listen, of course, if it's
Master Chief, we've never seen his face, right? Like I'm not a huge Halo guy, but like we've never seen his face. It's a character like
it's just a part of the character. You don't see the face, and like all the games, you don't see the face.
Oh,
the voice is the only thing that. Yeah.
I hear he's quite handsome.
See, he's yelling "shut up" now. So like obviously
he's yelling "shit up."
He says I'm joining the minute.
I
Really,
can get messy.
Man, I did not listen. I'm a Halo fan. I know he doesn't show his face in the games. You're not playing a game. Adapt. God damn it. Wow.
It's like the same thing when you saw
I just thought it was weird to announce that.
But what does that mean then? Now, like for the other games, are they going to like render that, and that's going to be how he looks now?
I'm fine. Listen, this is a show. They're adapting, so this should just be the show.
I have another way. I think I'm going to change your minds. Do you seriously think the Master Chief in the game never takes his helmet off ever?
Well, obviously he has to, but doesn't mean you have to see it.
So
doesn't mean
he's
you
got
have
to
to
brush his teeth eventually.
But we don't.
Does he
see
take?
Got to eat.
Does he take his shit with his helmet on?
Probably.
Does he wipe?
We're talking about a video game here. You know,
Does he wipe with his helmet on? Get the hell out of here!
Maybe,
I just blew your mind. Drop the mic.
Well, you know what? As a GI Joe fan, you know what? I went through several years of the cartoon without having to ever see what Cobra Commander looked like.
Does he get lucky with his helmet?
And I'm sorry, but the first time they showed what
helmets
Snake Eyes looks like in that monstrosity that we just got this last summer, it was horrible.
That was not the first time in the comic. They showed.
Well, I know, but I'm not talking about the comic. I'm not talking about the comic, but obviously they, in the cartoon they never showed him what he looked like, and that was what I grew up because I didn't grow up reading the comic. I didn't read the comic, Joe, until much later, and that was the point. Was like we didn't know in the comic or in the cartoon, So kids who grew up with that with those toys, I mean that was the whole point, and then of course that monstrosity last year, but. Listen, we don't have to see the faces of people. Sometimes a mystery is good.
Yeah, that's
mystery
what
is good.
Liked about it.
Yeah,
it's just good. What he stood for, not who he is behind. Of course, the helmet.
Some characters are okay to do that. Some characters are okay to do a reveal, right? But if you got somebody like that, I mean, like I don't know. As an outsider, I guess I don't really have a dog in that fight. But I'm just saying, like as an outsider who knows about Halo, but not like intimately involved, it seems to me like every time I see that, like it's obviously synonymous with that. That's the thing, right? Is that like when you think of Master Chief, you think of that look, that helmet, that that thing. So I mean, like why? I don't know why.
Did I change your mind about Master Chief taking a master dump with his helmet on? Did I change your mind? Now you got to. Okay, I get it. I don't know, Nicotina.
I don't know. Do you ever take your mask off?
On
TV?
No.
Yeah, exactly. Longest running show, right?
Damn you.
Just saying, long running show.
All
like
right.
what Max? Maybe we should have a big reveal for you.
I think we should have an adaptation.
I think we should plan that. Bring you over on the Poindexter Lounge. You know what? I'm gonna have Max on. I'm gonna try to get Max on sometimes where we don't reveal who he is. and just like have him on as like a guest or something, and like nobody will
Dude,
ever know.
If you get Max to take his mask off,
I'm gonna do an angle. I'm gonna do an angle on it, right? Where I'm gonna have multiple people and be like, "Ooh, are any of them really Max?" And I can pump Max's voice in, so you'll never know. It'll be like the dating game.
I mean, there was a point in
Max
time
number
when...
one.
This is me without the mask. This is me.
If you get Max to take the mask off, it's gotta go down.
Oh,
he went dark.
My screen went off. Don't worry
You
about
gotta
it.
get a bunch of kids to come in, a bunch of teenagers, and go, let's see who it really is, and then take his mask off.
We don't want a beta chief. Oh God, that's a...
Oh jeez.
I don't know, Nicotina. What's your? We'll
be woke.
I don't know how much Nicotina has time too,
We
because I know
realize
he's a family guy. So, are you okay to stay a little longer? Or?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. But what's your thoughts on Master Chief showing his face? Final thoughts.
When I knew it was going to be a show, I pretty much figured they're going to show his face because they just wanted to do something that was different, and they have an actor playing the character, and I'm sure they were like, yeah, let's just show his face, and that way, moving forward, we'll have to be tied down to keeping your helmet on the entire time, possibly. I don't know. But I thought I don't know. I mean, he never showed his face before. I think you should kind of honor that, even though, like RJ was saying, it's not canon to the timeline. I think there's certain aspects of the character that you should always kind of honor. And that's one thing that I liked about the Mandalorian was that, like, you know, he never wanted to take off his helmet. And so eventually he did, because he had to save his own life. And so that's why I thought that was, you know, it's when somebody stands for something and they stick to it regardless, the integrity they have. It makes you have more respect for that character. And granted, we'll see how he takes his helmet off. It might be like a life or death situation where he has to do it or something. I don't know. But I just think that they should have stuck to, you know, their guns with that and just say, hey, look, just keep the damn helmet on. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and that's
because he's supposed to be us.
Voice actor. That's why they probably don't have the original guy. I'm like, because when listening to the voice, I'm like, that's not the original guy. That's not Master Chief. And
who is the guy? Do we know who he is?
I don't know who.
I like the way he sounded in the trailer. You know.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, it's my most anticipated. So
I'm gonna watch it definitely.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm just gonna be like, oh no. It's gonna be a hard moment for sure.
All right, crazy Joe, you get the finale, and then we'll go.
I've never played the video game ever. I don't have an Xbox. I'm a PlayStation guy, and quite frankly, I don't even play that. I play these old arcade machines. but I'm gonna watch it. I like the trailer. So
all right, cool.
He's gonna like it.
Another masked guy. Amazon's Fallout TV series cast Walter Goggins. Now, never count out Walter Goggins. He's a great actor. He's been great in a lot of stuff. I loved him in Justified. I'm expecting great things. I'm very interested to see this setting. I'm not like a fan of the games, but I would be very interested in the setting for a Fallout TV series. What's your thoughts on this casting? Does that get you more hype? Or
he's a good actor. He was a good.
Does it get you more interested on this casting?
I'm already interested. I don't think Walton Goggins being added makes me even more interested. I mean, he's great, and he has a lot of range. I mean, if you've seen him on Sons of Anarchy, you know this guy can definitely do really good.
I'd be more intrigued by the Fallout storyline than Walter Goggins. I mean, that's great. They cast him, you know, good for him. I mean, I think he's gonna do a good job. But to me, the story that goes along in the world that he lives in Fallout is more interesting to me than this guy.
Do you think it's good? Do you think this is a good video game series for adaptation as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Any video game is right for adaptation and can be good if it just depends on how they write and how the way they tell a story. I think any game could be turned into a story.
Well, this one's easier too because it's like post-apocalyptic. You know what I mean? So people like that kind of shit. You know, anytime you see a show or a series that's, you know, based on this alternate, you know, reality of like this post-apocalyptic world. I mean, everyone watches that kind of stuff. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I hope they do play in. If they do the show, I hope they have some jokes from the Fallout 4 game with like what's his name? what's his name? The shit. What is it?
I don't play it.
I have to think about it. I have to find. I can't. See, it's been a while. Now my knowledge is killing me.
Yeah, Fallout is a wasteland in the future, post-apocalyptic, where the nuke dropped post-apocalyptic. Yeah. That's a great setting for a story. I don't know, Enosh, you might not be know much about the series, but knowing what Marcus is saying here, does that interest you? That type of sci-fi series, post-apocalyptic,
is a wasteland in the future after the nuke drop, post-apocalyptic. Yeah. I mean, he's a good actor. I've enjoyed him in stuff that he's been in. So I'm
Preston Garvey, that's his name. The guy have Preston Garvey memes with what is it? Gotta help the Commonwealth or something like that. Like another settlement needs your help. They need more. They need jokes like that because that was like the whole game. Like that's what kind of made that game popular because everyone just like memed it because every 5 seconds that guy would come up to you and just be like, there's another settlement needing to be saved, and that there's also the super mutants always just like glitching out. At least that was on for me for a while.
Well, RJ, don't worry about it. People take shots at them too. It doesn't matter.
It's Skywalker who's saying something.
It doesn't
on
matter.
His panel. I'm just saying, if he's talking about us, you have the right to.
I just hope they're taking shots at me. I get left alone too much. I want some heat. Come on.
Here's how I run my show. I'm friends with everyone. I want to talk to everyone. If you feel so inclined to to message them and say this isn't cool, do it. I have no. You're all welcome here.
Petty Nash guy.
Yeah, I don't want to bring any more chaos here tonight because last night was pretty extreme. So I want a more chill night tonight. That's all.
Petty Nash.
And we got Nicotina here on his birthday. I don't want drama on Nicotina's birthday.
On this the day.
Who are they taking shots at,
boy?
Yeah, who's he taking shots
some of them. I don't know. It's probably a response from last night.
Yay! CY98 just took a shot at me.
They're calling us ignorant that we don't know what we're talking about. This and that. The merchants and the fix everything.
This
the
is like
near dear.
So to echo the Flash, yeah, CY98, yeah, it is true.
They're shit talking me too. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
they're talking about you too.
About everyone. Oh no.
What are they talking shit about?
The madman coming back at ya.
I don't even know what channel that is. So
what is this? Is it a YouTube channel? Who's taking shots at us?
Who's what?
I want to hear what they say about me. What do you got to say about that tall, sexy bastard on the bottom?
It's
on
fair.
Sill's channel.
It's fair game. I've criticized him. He could criticize me. I don't give a shit.
Who?
I'll still talk to Sill. Listen.
Is Sill criticizing us?
You could criticize.
Come on, man.
Who's playing it?
I'm like, how would that be any different from what the hell they're doing right now? They're doing the same thing right.
Some of them stayed last night at Zaslav with the cheap projects.
Yes.
And that's an ignorance. Again, there's so many articles.
Exactly.
I know people don't watch this channel. They don't. What Jay-Z said? Do you don't renegade? Do you fools listen to music or do you just
skim through it?
Right. That's
okay.
What doing on this shit. Y'all skimming through.
Listen. All right, enough. Let them do.
I hear words, but I can't make them out.
If I need to respond, I'll respond. But honestly, I have thick skin. I don't care.
What is he even saying about us? I don't understand.
I'll say this though, to be honest, when it comes to stuff like that,
we're having a good time here, RJ. You're doing what you say other people. We don't need to know. Do you need to know?
RJ just helping things out. He's like, hey guys, they're talking about you. You probably know about it.
I mean, look if
they're talking crap about me. Guess what? Get in line.
Yeah,
get in line. The Snyder Bros all talk crap about me. I can't please anybody. I can't please Snyder fans.
Listen,
I can't please
RJ, I'm not
Snyder fans. So you know what? I just do my thing.
Listen, RJ, I'm not simping for them because you laugh when I say simp. I said I'll watch it later, and if I feel like I need to address it, I'll address it.
RJ trying to bring some drama into this video.
But I'm saying I don't. What's it going to be?
I mean, it's directly related to what we're just talking about. They're talking.
I bet you each person who says like I want to just be chill about it. RJ will be like, they're talking about you too.
What good is it going to be for me to do towards the end of the stream when we're about to wrap up the show? Except get everyone excited, and I have to respond here, extend everyone's night. When everyone's a family person here, they have stuff to do. We're working on things.
I ain't got shit.
No, I get that.
I got a wife waiting for me.
Enos has got a pantheon of content. Nicotina's got his birthday, and he's working hard on Project Justice League. We're working on stuff.
Sing happy birthday.
I'm just saying, no, you have the right to choose to respond. You want. I'm just saying, people are calling us ignorant. You're saying we don't know what we're talking about. They're saying that.
I said if I want to, I will. That doesn't,
I'm
whatever.
just saying, you have the right to know.
I said I'm not going to do it right now because then if they're streaming right now, it's back and forth.
No, I get that, but I'm just saying that. No, the fact that it's like degrading in a way that they.
I want to see all the context instead of just clips and get overheated over nothing. This is where I've made mistakes in the past.
Thank you, Rhea.
I'm a seasoned streamer. I don't want to just go hot and then leave.
All right, let's just let it go. Let's just move on.
I get that. I'm just saying that you guys have the right to know if they're talking about you.
No, I get it. No, I appreciate it.
They can talk about us all they want. I mean, it doesn't really make a difference in my life.
They can talk about all. Listen, they can talk about all they want. You know what? If somebody wants to tell us about it after the stream or whatever, like we can all go back. If you want to watch it, I guess you can watch it. Like, but you know what? Here's the thing. It ain't about being afraid. It's about see. Here's the thing, Max. This is what I've been learning. People, they do stuff.
Fine.
They do stuff.
I react to his content. It's
people
fair.
Do stuff. They say stuff, Max. And here's the thing. You know what the best thing to do is? You know what?
I'll
pushes
DM
their
you
buttons
later.
even better.
I'm gonna DM you. So
it pushes people's buttons even more if you don't even acknowledge them, because then you know what? It's like that first Nightmare on Elm Street movie. You just turn around and you go, you don't exist. You don't exist. They keep trying to come back for sequels, but you just keep turning back around and you just go, it doesn't matter.
I honestly don't care. I really don't. I'll have to see what he says. I'm intrigued. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to watch it later. So I already watch your streams anyway. You do. I get content from you. I get content from you, so that's fair. Sam, you're about to start no, I'm not doing any war. No. All right, so that was the Fallout news. Look, Amazon does have a stable of shows. Mm-hmm. Now we also have we'll probably wrap up soon because I only have 2 more stories anyway.
2 more stories.
Matt Jarbo, I did have you in the thumbnail because you're very vocal on this, and I want to talk about everyone, and I'm very open about that. You have a speculation that Discovery, Merger, and Zaslav, they're not going to be able to spend a lot of money because of reasons. I disagree with that. I was thinking about doing a thumbnail with you and Mikey and say I disagree with both of you. So there you go. I could put you in a thumbnail if I want. I don't go personal on you, do I? I think I'm pretty good. Have you ever seen me go too personal? Maybe a few cases where things got too extreme. I try really hard not to, and I've never gone that personal on that. Yeah.
Oh, somebody's knocking.
We got it. Is that the pizza?
Okay.
I ordered a pizza.
So let's
enjoy that pizza.
Let's get to the House of the Dragons filming wraps up. Is anyone interested in this at all?
Yes, let's do it. Ready.
Reveals George R.R. Martin did anything? What did he do?
I think did he finally release the books that he has been working on for hell a long time? I mean, geez, she said I don't know.
Wasn't it supposed to come out in February? I think it was delayed.
Oh, what, the show or the book?
The show.
I haven't heard too much about it. I mean, we just got a trailer maybe a couple months ago, and so I think so. I think it was originally. I think it got delayed a little bit, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't know, Eddie. Are you interested in Game of Thrones again? Any thoughts there?
Oh no, I never watched any of it at all.
Okay.
I just hope that they learn from Game of Thrones and they kind of build a better story. Oh, sorry. I mean, they did. They build up, but then at the end, they kind of let it go. I think if they're gonna commit to House of Dragons, which it seems like they're doing, they gotta make sure they have the budget for there, because season 7 and 8 had a huge failure in terms of fleshing out story arcs, and because they just rushed it because of the budget, and they needed more episodes. That's what I'm pretty much trying to say. They need more episodes to flesh out the story, because it's just like the last season they're jumping from location to location, and it just is like it's going way too fast, and it's the final season, so you want it to be good. So I have a lot of hope in House of Dragons, because I mean they're committed to it, and they obviously see the fan reaction to Game of Thrones finale and overall the series. And, you know, I'm really excited to get back into the world of Westeros and see what stories they can tell about the Targaryen dynasty. And I think it's going to be great. And a lot of dragons. So that's going to be interesting to see the quality. I mean, because that's pretty much the Targaryen dynasty, the dragons. That's what made them.
Yeah, so. And I like the timing, too. I think it's been enough time that I'm intrigued to go back into there. I don't know, Enosh. Did you watch Game of Thrones? Are you interested at all?
So I've never watched Game of Thrones.
Would this be my place to start?
Because honestly, I never had HBO at the time that any of those things were on, and so or when they started or whatever. So I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. So I don't know. If I ever get around to watching Game of Thrones, I might, but I mean, I don't know if I'm
just be careful. There's a lot of incest and nudity.
Well, I've never been afraid of nudity.
That Enosh.
I mean,
never been afraid of nudity. Never been afraid of nudity.
He's gonna be nude while he watches it.
I might just be. I'm nude under my clothes right now.
Oh my! Sam the Eagle would be shocked.
Live.
I mean, I'm just saying, because I tried to get my dad to watch it, and the first episode was like a culture shock. He's like, "Whoa!" There's like every 5 seconds, the Tyrion Lannister stuff in the brothel. It's like, holy crap! There's a lot of nudity right in the first episode, but that's just kind of how it is. But it's still a great show. Besides that, it's just that what everyone focuses on with that.
And Jason Momoa was the king of the horsey people on that show. He was.
What was that?
On Game of Thrones.
Oh, Jason Momoa. Yeah, he was
Jason Momoa. He was the king of the horsey people, and then she married into the horsey people.
Well, it was like an arranged marriage. Yeah,
there you go, Max.
And then Rip Khal Drogo.
Okay. Oh, thanks, Enosh. See, that's where things get crazy. Yeah. All right. There's one more topic, and then we're going to end the show because everyone's got busy nights. But this is talking about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness and Patrick Stewart. He addresses things.
Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
He addresses it, but
and then
your vagina.
And then I do apologize. I do apologize.
I once, Jimbo. I once started to write a thing when Tiffany and I first started joking. I was messing around doing a Patrick Stewart impersonation, and I just got stupid, and so I created this idea of Patrick Stewart writing monologues and letters to just not a vagina, but vagina in general. And so
Patrick Stewart narrating.
Yeah. So I had a notebook of different ones of these letters from Patrick Stewart. So it would go something like, "Dear Vagina, you're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. Love, Patrick Stewart."
Yeah.
And then the next one was, "Dear Vagina, today I was on the set of Star Trek: The Next Generation. There, Whoopi Goldberg
plays
now
I'm interested.
plays the character of Guinan. I was reminded of you. Thanks for being great."
Did he ever say, "Dear Vagina, there are 4 lights"?
4 lights? Okay. No, but
you've never seen Chain of Command?
Nope.
Crazy Joe, you really stump me sometimes. You really stump me, Crazy Joe.
It's one of the most classic Star Trek lines. There are 4 lights. One of Picard's all-time classics. He's being tortured by the Cardassians.
I got to watch more 10 Forward. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so let's get to this quote from comicbook.com. Stewart did his best Andrew Garfield, dodging giving a definitive answer with a bit of coy humor. After all, Marvel Studios does like to keep its secrets. While the actor didn't explicitly deny being in Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness, he did emphasize that Patrick Stewart-esque voice isn't proof of anything. People have been imitating my voice ever since I came on the stage 60 years ago, so I can't be held responsible for that. He's in it.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah.
Basically, Patrick Stewart. It depends on the actor. Like we got Ryan Reynolds the other day. That
was even worse.
Egging on, but basically, Patrick Stewart would say, "I'm not in it." If he was not in it, he wouldn't say that. If he would say that if he's in it, All right. So, my apologies, brother. I've been messing up on the shows for the Friday plan. We'll have to get. Well, I'll have to talk to you sometime soon about that. What I'm gonna do more. I have. I could get some gaming video to include in there too, like cool gaming stuff that's current in gaming too. To include that too, if we'd like.
Sure.
And lots of ideas. So
yeah.
Eddie, you're back. You're back to the internet making videos. So
yeah, a bunch of videos.
Causing hell.
Well, so for now, since hardly anything is really coming out. Okay, bro.
I am an innocent bystander on the internet. I don't know how this happened. Sorry.
No, it's good. I've been back. Like obviously I took like 2 months off. I've been back for almost 2 weeks now. I already went up like 20-something subscribers. I think so. That's good. That shows I'm.
Oh, I haven't gone up. I've been going down. Down.
But no, it's mostly been DC stuff because there's hardly anything really announced and stuff. So it's just me speaking my opinion, speaking my mind. Obviously, people do have problems with what I say because it's not what they think. But it's quite right. I'm having fun with it.
All right.
I'm still waiting for the Any Exposed video, but
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make it. Crazy Joe, you've made it to MME.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize I didn't have you in the group thing. That wasn't intentional. I was just like I didn't realize. But now you're in. Right. Come and go as you please. Come and go as you please. You have to wear great shirts though. No, don't do that. Don't drop out of my group. But you have great.
He's done.
Jimbo, where can they find you? Oh, Mega Podtastic. Go tell people to sub.
Yeah, come on over to Mega Podtastic. I hate these glasses on camera. These glasses look so weird on camera. But anyway, Mega Podtastic right here on YouTube. Come on over. Give us a sub. We'll be nice to you. We treat you good.
I don't promise that here.
Nope.
Nope. Jimbo.
You can find me on YouTube at Black Ops Shambio 1 and on Twitch at Black Ops Shibby and on Twitter and TikTok at that.
Oh, TikToking. He's TikToking.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Who here else has a TikTok?
You know?
Oh, wow.
Still don't understand TikTok. Actually, just last night, Eve Plum, Jan Brady herself tweeted out something about TikTok, and I responded, I don't even understand TikTok. And I got a like from Jan Brady. So there you go. Eve Plum and I are like this now.
There are so many old things all in that comment right there that you just said. Like Jan Brady, Eve Plum.
I don't
understand TikTok. Yep. Listen, well, you know what? It's like any other social media. Like a lot of people were like trying to stay away from TikTok, right? When it first came out, and I interviewed a guy named Matt Bosler who is over there. He does like one thing on TikTok. He makes one joke all the time. Every video is like one song that he does, but he does it really funny. He finds different ways to do it like every time, and he's been doing this now. He like for a few years, right? He was, and maybe like 2-3 years. And, I talked to him about it, and he does a lot of different things. He's a very talented musician. And I interviewed him back in 2020, and we were talking about it. And I said, it's weird because like every new thing that comes out, people are like, oh, that's just for young people. So TikTok was just for young people. Right now, you go on TikTok, man, like everybody's on freaking TikTok, right? Like everybody's doing videos. Everybody's doing the thing. You know what? It's just social media, man. Don't be afraid of it.
I just don't get
it's everything's got a learning curve. Everything's got a learning curve.
But it's videos. Like, why don't I just go to YouTube?
Help Eddie
get the videos right here. It's because it's not long form videos. It's funny things.
Help him get to 1K. He's getting closer. I am going to end soon, and I might pop over on Cell's channel to see what the hell's going on.
No, they're just.
If anything, I'm gonna have to make a video myself. You know how they go.
They're just.
What's the name of the channel? I want to go check it out.
Skywalker's just giving his opinion on stuff pretty much. I mean, yeah, dude, it's not. Yeah, RJ's right. It's like it's nothing to fall for. Nothing was going on. They weren't streaming this stream.
Yeah,
none of that was going on.
Well, I still might pop in to say hi because I got a link. So.
And it's like, well, Jarbo's over there. Jarbo literally had like made one comment.
Yeah.
All right.
That was literally it.
Timed him out or something.
I mean, now Zod is over there. Zod is on.
I know. I got it. My member is over there. I'm like, what the hell, Zod? You had to leave here? Oh, I got to go to sleep.
Come on.
That's
I am not going to stream tonight. Darth Scipio asked if I was going to stream tonight. I am not going to stream tonight because I got to get up in the morning. I got some stuff to do tonight still. But I wanted to jump on here with you guys because of that. So, but yeah, come on over to the lounge. We got something going on every day. Every day.
It's great.
And more to come.
You'd be very excited if Eve Plum liked your tweet too.
I would. I'm going to be quite honest with you. Yes, I would. I'm just messing with you. I'm giving you a hard time. But yeah, heck yeah, Eve Plum. Heck yeah. Eve Plum.
The hottest Brady.
I don't know about that.
I'm not gonna shit talk you and Matt.
In the 80s and 90s when they did the Brady brides.
I'm going to confront Zod saying I have to go to bed. That's who I'm like. Oh, okay, Zod, you had to leave. Okay, that's who I'm gonna. I'm just gonna have fun with it. I'm not gonna stay there long. I'll go right there and tell Sil that I think I think he might be wrong about Hamada leaving.
Watch out with that, because every time you see something like that, it's instantly hidden or.
I say
you know what? I'm starting to feel like Brian. Honestly, I'm starting to understand Brian because like it's literally how many times can we have the same freaking argument?
Yeah, but I like it.
I know for sure that the Snyderverse isn't going to continue. Oh, but you know something that I don't know, and I know that it's going to continue. Or I look at the facts. I'm the one who's got the facts. No, I'm the one who's got. You're a moron.
I got inside sources.
Hey, didn't you make a racist video 10 years ago? Yeah, I did. But you know what I learned from it? You guys don't know anything about the industry because you're all in the Midwest. And it's just back and forth for god-awful 4 or 5 hours. And then, hey, we come back tomorrow and do the same freaking thing again. And I get it that we love this stuff, but good God, how many times can we have the same freaking argument?
Nothing has really changed from a year ago.
Nothing has changed. It's a bunch of posturing and like, I know more than you know, and I've got more knowledge than you have, and I've got insiders, and I've got people, and
I got the scoops.
Oh my God! For God's sake!
I'm going over to have some fun for a few minutes, and I'm going.
You're not going to have fun. You're not going to have fun. You're going to get into an argument. You're going to get pissed off, and everybody's going to get pissed off. And then tomorrow you're going to get messages from people who are going to go, Max, you probably shouldn't have gotten done. You should have stayed in your own lane and done whatever, because you know that those people, they bait you. They've tried to bait me forever. They've tried to bait you forever.
I asked for a link. They didn't.
But you know what, dude? Here's the thing. You know what you got to do. And I'm realizing this more and more. And I'm realizing myself.
I like to talk to people.
I'm realizing myself. I get it. I want to talk to people too. But you know what? There comes a point when you realize that talking to certain people does you no good, but make you look dumber, makes you look weaker, makes you look like you don't know what you're doing, makes you look, because it's distracting you from actually doing what you're supposed to be doing. It's distracting you from actually putting your time into building your own channel, into like making your own stuff that you want to make, that you want to build, that you want to grow, because you're getting sidetracked off onto arguments with other people who have absolutely no basis, but they want to tell you what to do with your channel. They want to distract you, bro. That's what they want to do.
Here's what I'll promise you: if they start shit talking everyone else, like, all right, I just came to say hi, I'm bouncing. That's it.
Yeah, no, I'm not telling you what to do, man. It's just to listen. I know that you have your own goals and your own plans and things you want to do. Imagine if you didn't listen to all this stuff. Right. And I'm figuring this out for myself, because listen, I'm the type of person, like I want to try to be at peace with people. I want to try to get along with everybody. But look, there are some people they're never going to listen to you anyways. They don't care what you have to say. It's never going to solve. And how many times, Max, have we thought we resolved arguments with people only for them to literally just slap you right in the face again because they don't care about you. They're not your friends.
I get along with most people, though. I do.
But do you really?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. No, it's an abusive relationship, and this is what I'm learning. It's an abusive relationship. You don't get along with everybody. I don't get along with everybody because you know what? I can be talking to somebody on my thing. I see them in my chat, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Enosh, we love you. You're great. Whatever, blah blah blah." And then I go over some other stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, Enosh just over there talking about blah 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 blah." And oh my god, he doesn't know what he's talking about stuff. Because you know what? It's the freaking internet. You don't these.
What you talking about, Enosh?
These people are not all your friends. They're not all your friends. They don't care about you in real life. Somebody told me this, Max. Somebody told me this, Max, that a few weeks ago, and I realized it for the first time. And I was like, dude, you're right. They said, Enosh, you deal with all these people in real life because in real life, you like people. You want to be at peace with people. You want to encourage people. You want to help other people out. He said the problem with this mentality is these people you're dealing with, they're more worried about being YouTubers, and they do not play by the same rules that you're playing by. So they don't care that you're genuine. They don't care that you want to get along. They don't want to get along. They literally will go from argument to argument because that is what they're trained to do, because that's what they're focused on. And Max, I feel like you're more like me in real life, where you actually want to befriend people. You actually care about people. And we both have to realize there are certain people that, you know what? They just aren't going to treat you right. And you know what? They just aren't ever going to come around. And it's an abusive relationship. It's not that you get along with everybody. It's not that I get along with everybody, because these same people, the first opportunity they have, they throw you under the bus. And
here's what I'll do. I'll be careful if I feel
I just love you, man.
I will say I'm leaving. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
I just love you, man. I just love you, man. I'll be careful. And you know what? I just feel it's not just you. There's a lot of us who we just keep getting sucked back into this nonsense.
RJ, I mean that was not cool. But you're bringing up old stuff that Enosh and Sil worked out before, where Sil said. He said he told him to chill on that stuff. I don't know. I'm not getting involved in that. That's
it's it's back and forth, right?
Yeah,
it's back and forth because you know what the thing is.
You're all my friends. I will be very careful.
RJ is right. RJ is right. I mean, to a point where it's like, he apologized to it. We were on a thing and he apologized to it, and I got to give him the benefit of the doubt. But I'm not going to put myself in that position again. And I'll be honest with you, like 5 hours versus 2 seconds of, hey, please don't do this anymore. You know what I mean? Like. I hope for the best, and I don't want to be into it with everybody. But the thing is like, look, those people still hate me, right?
I don't like that.
Those people still hate me, right? Those people, they still go on all these other streams, and they still say all these things, and they still got it out for me, and they still try reporting my channel, and they still try giving me hell. And
Listen,
they still go on. They still got Twitter accounts.
Bad about my friends. I don't
got Twitter accounts.
I will take everyone's critique in my mind, and I'm not gonna walk into.
I'm just trying to listen. I'm just trying to surround myself with some positivity, and you know why I feel why we were successful this week in our launch of the Pantheon, even in the face of people mocking it and just saying things about it and not understanding what it is, that it's not trying to be this big network and change the world, that it's literally just like trying to offer some entertainment to the people who are there. Here's the thing, man. We're just not listening to it. We're just not listening to all that stuff anymore. I haven't said anything about.
I am gonna go, but I will take criticism in, and I will be careful. I will be on high.
Why put yourself in that position though? I know it's hard, man. I know it's hard. I know, but you know what? Listen, you know what I have found recently? I found the block button. I have found the block button recently. I have.
Say I disagree with you on the Hamada situation, but we'll wait and see. And just a little bit of talking points, and then go to bed. Get relaxed. That's all. Everyone chill out. I'm not gonna do a shouting match.
But we never plan on.
Yeah. Well, if you know what, if it gets to that,
we never
it
come into one of these streams
if
going,
it-
man, I
it's
just hope
not-
the whole thing blows up in my face tonight,
it's
and then we
not-
all just get
it's
pissed
just
off at each
still,
other.
Still, actually, even regardless if you like him or not, he doesn't really have shouting matches that much on his channel, so I don't foresee that happening. So let's wrap this up. I will take into consideration. Go check out everyone. I want everyone to have a good night. Don't worry, I'll be careful, and I'm just going to say hi.
You'll be dead. Sorry.
That was the best comeback and statement that I've ever heard Joe make in my life. The entire time that I have known Joe, that was the best take. That was the best hands down statement. Like comeback, anything that anybody could have done.
By the time, God damn it! By the time you guys are done warning me, they're going to be done.
Yes, we're going to stall you, bro.
Okay,
we're going to keep you from your own demise.
Jimbo, don't worry, Jimbo. I'll be all right, Jimbo. I know you're worried. Good night, everyone. I know what your game is, Enosh. I'm on to you. Good night, everyone.